I said it really ain't no crash, yeah. It's what Davia. Shawty wanna leave me, new bitch deadlier. Pockets heavier. Tryna reach that top when I own my spot and I'm finna break barriers, break barriers, break barriers. Ain't too many play fair with us. I don't wanna hear what they telling us. Fuck niggas hating they jealous, they jealous, they jealous. Need new friends, no enemies. Nobody stealing my energy. I ain't really giving out sympathy, no sympathy. I said I been there, right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that, I need all of them, I need all of them, I said I been there, right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that, I need all of them, I need all of them, I need all of them. I said I been it, trying to perfect my image, and I make this look easy. Really don't got no limits, really don't got no boundaries. High school days they clowning me, 10 years plus they crowning me. I like how that sounded me. I've been the one that's gonna run it up. Always been different since coming up. You wanna win, you should come with us. Ain't no mistake, I'ma double up, double up, double up, double up, double up. Been through the rain, hiding the pain, ducking the shame, walk through the flame. I never blame, part of the game. I said I been there, right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that, I need all of them, I need all of them, I said I been there, right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that, I need all of them, I need all of them, I need all of them. Been in this shit for a little manito. I learned the game in the cheat code. You tell them your trauma, they give you $1 and fill up your pockets and speak low. Why they doubt me crazy? I don't know. But every song is amazing. I don't know, but still like tuck low. But I still show up though, trying to fill my cup though. What's up, ho? Matter of fact, what's up, folk? Gotta watch my back cause these niggas be cutthroat. No, I don't go tiptoe. It's 10 toes down to the city, I'm big, bro. Conscious with this shit and still be lit. I said I been there, right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that, I need all of them, I need all of them, I said I been there, right in front of them, right in front of them, right in. I said I need that, I need all of them, I need all of them, I need all of them.
To me, send it to me, ain't no problem, y'all know. I ain't ducking, I ain't dodging, I ain't missing, I ain't had a thing given. Take it all, I ain't leaving, standing with it, standing on it, all toes, y'all want it, all smoke, y'all want it, all smoke, y'all want it, all smoke, y'all want it, all, y'all want it, all. Y'all want it all. Never smoke what your lungs say. Drop bombs from Baghdad to
with an ass so fat. Send a nigga off, got him coming right back. Ain't never go soft, cause a bitch real stack. Listen, if you a bad bitch, put your hands in the air. Baby, bust it down like you just don't care. If you a rich nigga, throw that money in the air. Make it rain on a fly bitch like you Ric Flair. Slim waist, yeah, my body on 10. Bitches don't want smoke, better get a vape pen. Throw it back, got a nigga waiting. Nigga, I ain't tryna talk, let's be on vacation. All around the world, all around the world. I just wanna go all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. I just wanna go all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. I just wanna go all around the world. All around the world, all around the world.
All right, y'all know how this goes. Hey Terry, I ain't got no goddamn money. Finally got a damn job. Still don't come for me because I ain't got no goddamn money. Everything that I'm reporting is secondhand. If you don't watch the news, this is where I come in. All right? So if you want to sue somebody, go to the news outlets. Anyways, let's begin. Where the hell is my opener? There you go.
Let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Give me a second so I can get straight with everything. Okay, so my mic is not working apparently. Let me go fix that before we begin. As I said before, hello, how you doing? All I got is this so far.
Hello, motherfucker.
We will begin. Happy Mother's Day to all those who are mothers. I don't know what to tell you. I do have a segment if you don't have a mother, but just be glad that there was somebody that brought you up. How about that? That's all I can say, because sometimes having a parent is same thing as not having one. That's all I can say, because I'm telling you right now, that's how I feel. Give me a second here. I'm trying not to yell because I don't want to bust anybody's eardrums. I've been fixing myself better with these things. Just give me a second. So this thing says, all right, yeah. Okay, yeah. We good. All right. So let's go ahead and start with this first story because it's weird as fuck. It's a weird night, real talk. It's a weird night. You're gonna see some weird ass stories. A lot of FAFO and a lot of news. Okay, so first check this out because I don't know what to say about it. So apparently, I don't know. You see the picture, damn it. Happy feelings. So I can't even do it. Stefon Diggs and Cardi B spotted together at Mother's Day event. Well, they do have a child, but I know damn well if I was pissed off at somebody, I wouldn't be that damn close. You would not have your hands on me. That's all I'm saying. But let's talk about it. So now, either these two are co-parenting like mature adults, or somebody in that room heard Bodak Yellow and got emotional for 3.5 seconds because, baby, what is going on? So apparently Stefon Diggs and Cardi B popped out together at a Mother's Day event hosted by Diggs' nonprofit, the Diggs Deep, you probably do, sir, foundation. And yes, people immediately started acting like they witnessed the second coming of Black love itself. First of all, let me say once again, she is Dominican. She's not Black, she's Dominican. Okay. So relax. Everybody breathe. They hugged. He kissed her cheek. They smiled for photos, and social media instantly clocked in for overtime. Now, let's be real. The two split back in February after the Super Bowl mess, but apparently there's still enough peace between them to stand next to each other without throwing shoes or subtweets. Honestly, growth. Because some of y'all can't even share a Netflix password breakup peacefully. The event itself was actually meaningful, though. The Diggs Deep Foundation, I wish they had picked another name, hosted a moment for mothers or moms, okay? Focused on supporting mothers and families. That foundation has been working in DC and New England, helping families with emotional support, activities, food, and assistance programs. So unlike some celebrity charities, where everybody just shows up dressed like the Met Gala at a tax write-off dinner, this one actually seems to be connected to real community work. Now, Cardi B also has been defending this man publicly because even after the breakup, rapper Bia tried throwing shade online, talking about Diggs having more baby mamas than receiving yards, and Cardi B basically hit the internet with the "listen here" energy. She admitted they may not be together like that, but nobody else was going to disrespect him publicly. Well, that's damn good, because gosh darn it, you got a lot of people, they'll get in on that. Diggs should be happy he was found guilty on this case against his cook. I thought there was another case where he had allegedly took some cars or something. What happened to that case? Was it dropped? Somebody tell me. Anyways, let's continue with this one. Let's see here now. That's one thing about Bronx women. They may drag you personally, but let somebody else try it, and suddenly it's Avengers Assemble. Meanwhile, Diggs just beat a legal deal, which I did report last week. Earlier this week, he was found not guilty in that felony strangulation and misdemeanor assault trial involving his former chef over a payment dispute. 2-day trial, not guilty verdict, and folks online immediately split into camps. Some people saying, see, falsely accused, while others side-eyeing the whole situation anyway, because celebrity legal drama in America basically runs like a reality TV with better lighting. But overall, the biggest takeaway here is simple. Their child seeing two parents act civil and supportive matters more than internet gossip. That's the part people skip because social media loves toxicity more than peace. Folks get disappointed when celebrities don't publicly self-destruct. And can we also stop treating the celebrity couples like elected officials? Some people online analyzing this relationship harder than they analyze voting records and local policies. Baby, the rent's still due, regardless of whether Cardi hugs Stefon near a balloon arch. Stay focused, god dang it. Because I really don't care, but I know somebody would, and I'm trying to get y'all in to listen to the real, okay? So moving on, let me bring this down and tell you right now, we about to get in some deep shit. The next few stories, trigger warning. I'm going to say that right now. Trigger warning, they are not nice. So if you got a soft heart, you might want to leave for a minute. I'm about to do my commercial. If you like what I'm doing or you have some suggestions, please hit me up in my comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to build a community because eventually, if I get enough active people, we're going to have panel. We're going to discuss stuff because too much goofy ass shit going on. That's all I can say. So here go my commercial and I'll be right back because I'm going to go puff.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
Okay, so family mourning after 17-year-old son was I got a sound effect for that because I don't know what to say. There's no thing you can say. So here. Did anybody hear it? I ain't playing with it no more. Anyways, he was to death outside home weeks before graduation. Now, if you live in the South, this is peak graduation season, so don't be surprised if a lot of people are graduating, but unfortunately this poor man did not. He will not. This story here made me angry, like deep, tired, angry, because once again we got another black child dead before he even got a chance to really live. 17-year-old Amari Clark from Maryland was to death outside his home Friday night in Hillcrest Heights, right outside the Marlowe Towers condominiums. And what hurts even more, this young man was weeks away from graduating high school. Weeks. That is just too damn close, man. That's disgusting. Why would y'all do that? Amari attended Sweetland, somebody tell me if that's right, high school, and already had plans lined up for trade school. At least he had plans. He wanted to become an elevator technician. See, that's the kind of story I wish we heard more often, okay? Young black man with a plan, career path, future goals, trying to build something solid instead of chasing fake influencer fame and prank channel stupidity. Because real talk, I just got myself a part-time job. I am still in school going for my master's. And yeah, this I don't get money from, okay? So yeah. Anyways, his family described him as kind-hearted and sweet. His grandmother and stepfather talked about how respectful he was. And now, instead of celebrating graduation, they are planning a funeral. That sentence alone could make people sick. Police say the attack happened outside the building during some kind of altercation Witnesses describe seeing a man repeatedly punching Amari. This is a child, god dang it, what the fuck? While he was already on the ground. And according to family members, the suspect stole his phone, shoes before running off. Shoes. That's a child. Ugh. Imagine throwing your entire life away over robbery and ego. Just absolutely demonic behavior. No arrests have been made yet, and I will keep you updated. Police say the suspect wore a yellow shirt and they're asking the public for information. Meanwhile, the community is sitting there grieving another young black life while politicians keep giving secret speeches about community safety every election season like they're reading from recycled cue cards. And this happened during a tragic week in Prince George's County. Earlier, a 4-year-old little girl died after falling from a 10th floor apartment window at Seven Springs apartment. What makes it even worse is children have fallen from the same complex multiple times in less than a year. 2 other children survived previous falls there. At what point does somebody step in and say enough? Because too many black communities are being forced to normalize trauma. Every week it's a candle, a balloon, GoFundMes, RIP hoodies, crying mothers, and local news helicopters flying overhead like this is some kind of permanent TV series. I ain't got time for this shit. It's ridiculous. It really is. But hopefully they will find out who did it. And I need people to hear this clearly. Protecting black children cannot only happen after hashtags start trending. Folks love posting protect the youth online, but then disappearing when it's time for mentoring, conflict resolution, funding programs, safe housing, mental health support, or just paying attention to these kids before something happens. There are red flags. You do realize that, right? Amari should be picking up graduation outfits right now. His family should be arguing over dinner reservations and cap and gown photos. Instead, they're begging for justice. Man, that's exhausting, and it's way too common. I'm telling you, I just got off the phone with my brother in Christ talking about I am disgusted, and it's ridiculous. So next is another update. It's disgusting. Where's my update one? I don't even really need to do it because it's disgusting. Trigger warning, but maybe it's a good thing. I don't know what to tell you. Just look. Shreveport community holds funeral for 8 children murdered in mass pew-pew. I'm going to warn you now. If you didn't hear this story, it's heavy. Real heavy. A funeral was held in Shreveport, Louisiana for 8 children murdered during a DV massacre carried out by 31-year-old Shamar Elkins. 7 of those children were his own. Let that sit in your spirit for a second because honestly, there aren't enough curse words in the English language for this kind of evil. Police say this man went across multiple homes, unaliving children execution style while they tried to escape. Kids between the ages of 3 and 11, one surviving reportedly escaped by jumping off a roof. Okay, the child is doing fucking Die Hard moves. A roof, people. Imagine being so terrified as a child that jumping off a building sounds safer than staying near your father. Authorities say his wife had plans to divorce him. I told y'all, red flags, red flags. He also pew-pewed her and another woman believed to be his girlfriend. Woo! Okay, this man is the devil. Both survived with serious injuries after the murders. He fled before dying following a police pursuit. Yes, girl, it is horrible. And those babies, do you know how much potential, what they could change? Because obviously one swallow caused us a lot of problems in the White House. So could you imagine what this did to our future? And listen, every time stories like this happen, people are shocked for 5 minutes before moving on to celebrity gossip and TikTok dances. But DV has been a crisis, especially in Black communities where too many women are told to pray through it, stand by your man, or keep quiet to protect appearances while dangerous men spiral unchecked. Hell no, I'm not going to tell you to pray through it. I'm going to tell you, look for red flags. God will give you, like I said, with the dude on the roof while it was flooding, and God kept sending him help, and he was still waiting. I'm telling you right now, God can send you these red flags. You get the hell up out that house. You get family members. You get the cops. Somebody, damn it, because this is ridiculous and it's disgusting. I did not want to live during the ends of times. I really was wishing my generation would not be here when this was coming. Oh, God. Anyways, let me get a hold of this. The funeral was heartbreaking. 8 white caskets lined up with gold crowns and white flowers. Photos of each child beside their casket. Louisiana flags ordered half staff for these children. Finally, somebody doing the half staff for children, people that deserve it. Even former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords attended. Pastor and gospel singer Kim Burrell spoke during the service, trying to comfort grieving families. And let me say this carefully because I know some people get uncomfortable. Mental health, control issues, misogyny, untreated trauma, and access to violence are a deadly combination. Communities have got to stop treating these warning signs like private family business, because sometimes mind your business turns into a funeral program, okay? Councilwoman Tabitha Taylor said plainly, this situation shows what happens when someone snaps. And honestly, we also need to talk about how many women spend years trying to leave dangerous relationships safely while systems fail them repeatedly. Protective orders don't magically stop bullets, okay? This was reportedly the deadliest mass pew-pew in America since 2024. That ain't that far away. Shit. Yet watch how fast national attention fades because the victims were mostly Black children in Louisiana instead of people from wealthy suburbs and with cable news ready last names. See how that works, okay? And before somebody says, well, why bring race into it? Because America always does, whether folks admit it or not. Media coverage, resources, outrage, sympathy, political urgency, all of it gets disturbed differently depending on who suffers. Those babies deserved long lives, okay? School pictures, summer vacations, first crushes, careers, families, gray hair. Instead, they got white caskets on Mother's Day weekend. That is horrifying. Oh my God. For real. I'm serious. I'm so sick of this damn country. And they say, are we great yet? Because this is ridiculous. Fuck. I'm serious, ladies. Serious. If you get ready to make a move in your life, you might want to look for those red flags. If you see something like this happening, please go get help. When you at work, when you're away from that person, get help. Don't sit up there and wait until your children are adults because you might not make it. Oh my God. Whew. Anyways, moving on because this shit is not getting any damn better. Let me bring this down because we about to get political now. The next few stories are just going to piss you off being a Black person in general. Oh my God. It's like a job. It's like a fucking job. So anyways, here comes one that is an update. Pissed me off. So, Virginia Supreme Court strikes down Democratic redistricting proposal. Now, this one I don't get because people actually voted for this shit. The people actually said they wanted this. It's not Congress people that said they wanted this. The people of fucking Virginia said they wanted this. And these motherfuckers say no. How does that work? Does that mean we don't have to pay taxes now? Hey, Joker. How you doing? Okay, so you just missed the nasty. All right, now let's get into some political mess because Virginia Democrats took a hard hit in court, and I'm pissed off about the shit. I don't even live in Virginia. The Supreme Court of Virginia ruled 4-3 against a congressional map proposal that Democrats hoped would dramatically reshape the state's political districts. And baby, the judges basically said, y'all skip steps. Motherfuckers, y'all better redo this shit so they can't do that no more. This fight is not over. We need to hurry up, okay? Because November, and once again, please don't tell me if you don't fucking vote, because I will get rid of your ass real quick, okay? I love you to death, but right now we fighting for our lives. So don't come up here telling me I didn't vote. I'll block your ass. I don't care who the hell you are. All right, so The fight centered around constitutional procedures tied to Virginia bipartisan redistricting commissions. Democrats pushed an amendment trying to bypass parts of that system, and Republicans immediately called it in court. The state Supreme Court ultimately sided against the amendment, saying lawmakers failed to properly allow voter participation between approvals as required. I thought they did vote for this shit. I could have sworn they voted for this shit. Well, let's get a vote for it then. Translation: for regular people not trapped in political jargon hell, the court said lawmakers moved too fast and didn't follow the proper constitutional timeline before trying to lock in new district maps. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm getting the fuck out of this country. I can't stand these motherfuckers. Now, why does that matter? Why does this fucking matter? Because the current districts already lean 6-5 in Democrats' favor. But this proposal could have shifted things closer to a massive 10-1. Yeah, exactly. This shit here, okay? Republicans obviously fought that hard because ain't nobody giving up congressional seats voluntarily in modern politics. Both parties treat districts maps like the final slice of sweet potato pie. I hate sweet potato pie. I promise you I do. Give me a pecan pie, please. Anyways, at Thanksgiving, Justice D. Arthur Kelsley said more than 1.3 million Virginians were denied their... Yes, they did vote. I knew they voted. Denied constitutional right to weigh in properly during the amendments process. Meanwhile, Virginia Attorney General Jay Jones blasted the ruling and accused court's Republican-appointed majority of putting politics above law. Democrats say voters approved the referendum already and the court overruled it, the will of the people. Doesn't that mean they don't have to pay taxes then? No representation without taxation. No taxation without representation. How about that? You're not representing these people. Republicans say constitutional procedure matters no matter who benefits. And here's my side-eye moment for both parties. Every election cycle, politicians suddenly rediscover democracy right around the time maps affect their power. Funny how that works, huh? Folks scream fairness only when they're those about to lose their seats. Okay, when they're about to lose their seats, that's when they want to holler. This ruling is being called a major blow ahead of midterms because control of Congress stays razor thin nationally. 1 or 2 seats can affect everything from budgets to investigations to voting laws. So yes, this Virginia decision could ripple nationally, and I really can't stand drama. So blue states need to just be, basically that's what it is. And fucking Democrats have been keeping their mouths shut too fucking long. You need to get your damn ass up. You need to find your damn back and your chest, and you need to say it with your whole fucking chest. We need to stop this, okay? Because I'm about ready to get a whole group of people and we can just go to different places. You ain't got to come with me, but let's get the fuck out of this shit. So this ruling is called a major blow. I already said that. So also, can we discuss how exhausting American politics has become? Every week it's a lawsuit, recounts, constitutional fights. And I really would love it if y'all could like stop touching the damn Constitution. Because those rules were made for a fucking reason, not for y'all to fuck with them. Anyways, constitutional fights. This isn't a democracy. Yeah, pretty much. Tyranny is on the plate. Man, map challenges. And this one pisses me off. Billionaires funding tanks named stuff like Freedom, Eagle, Liberty, Patriot Institutes. Half the country is stressed. The other half is yelling on podcasts. And somehow eggs still cost too damn much. I can't have them. I got to have egg white now. Let me put that up there for every mother. Once again, happy Mother's Day. At the end of the day, though, this ruling keeps the existing district in place for now. Democrats may explore options, but legal experts say further appeals are unlikely because this issue centers on Virginia's own constitution. Moral of the story, read the fine print before trying political speed runs. Please learn. I need y'all to study the fucking Republicans. Yeah, they ugly as hell, and yeah, you probably don't want to see their fucking faces, but I need y'all to study these ugly motherfuckers and learn their ways. We are gonna have to slither with the snakes, okay? I hate to say it, but we're gonna have to slither with the damn snakes because these motherfuckers are getting away with too much damn shit, and I'm tired of feeling like I'm in a TV show I did not consent to, okay? That's all I gotta say about that shit because I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it. And yeah, so once again, y'all, if you follow me or whatever, I got a new job. Damn it, it's a part-time. I don't care because I am still studying for a master's degree, so I can get up out this bitch. But speaking of employment, get ready because this shit is gonna just make you wanna just throw up. Ugh, here you go. So, black unemployment rate jumped in April amid continued federal job losses under Drumpf, that ugly ass orangutan. I'm telling you, he is not human. That is orangutan, okay? So, this right here deserves way more attention than celebrity nonsense because this actually affects actual black households. According to a new labor data, black unemployment rose to 7.3% in April, while overall national unemployment stayed at 4.3%. Meaning, once again, Black Americans are getting hit harder economically, while politicians go on television talking about how strong the economy is. Strong for who exactly, please? Because I don't think Wall Street should count. Thank you so much, Joker. For black men, the unemployment rate is 6.9%. For black women, it's 6.5%. And economists are pointing directly at federal job cuts and broader economic slowdowns as major reasons behind the spike, okay? See, historically, federal government jobs helped build the black middle class. Stable pay, benefits, retirement plans, career ladders. Black workers make up nearly 20% of the federal workforce, okay? But since Drumpf returned to office, federal employment reportedly dropped by hundreds of thousands of jobs. That matters a lot. And let me tell you something. I just got in touch with a bigger channel than me, Political Drain, and I'm waiting for some media so I can go ahead and put it on my stream so y'all can see it. They're planning something big for 7 days in DC. If you're interested, go straight to their page, Political Drain. But unfortunately, I don't have the media yet. So when I do have it, I will put it on through here like a commercial. Like I told y'all, if y'all got a business idea, a commercial, you got media, let me know. I will put it on this tiny channel. I don't give a damn. And I'm not asking for money either. I just want to get the damn word out, okay? But anyways, let me go back to this, okay? So historically, federal government's jobs have helped build the black middle class. Stable pay, benefits, retirement plans, career ladders. Black workers make up nearly 20% of the federal workforce. But since Drumpf returned to office, the federal employment reportedly dropped by hundreds of thousands of jobs. That matters a lot. Economist, oh my God, I don't know how to say that. What sound is G and B together? Gabinga Agilor. Why don't you have a nickname, please? From the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, explained that these cuts especially hurt Black communities because federal work has long provided opportunities often denied elsewhere due to discrimination in private industries. Then add tariffs hitting manufacturing jobs. Once again, I really need to get that out so I can explain. Tariffs are fucking taxes. You should have learned that in middle school. Anyways, another major employer for Black workers, especially Black men, are the manufacturing jobs. I had one. I got laid off last year. And suddenly you've got communities getting squeezed from multiple angles at once. And here comes America's favorite economic tradition. Last hired, first fired. Every downturn somehow magically lands hardest on Black workers first. Funny how racism always finds a way to clock in on time, huh? Meanwhile, the EEOC, the agency meant to enforce workplace discrimination laws, has reportedly shifted more focus towards white male discrimination claims. And listen, if your unemployment rate is, oh, here we go. Maybe just pronounce the B part. I don't know. God dang it. I'ma try. I hope the name doesn't come back, but I'ma try if I see it again. All right, though. My mom was a union stewardess, so I always heard about the EEOC. She was a pissed ass woman, I'm telling you. And listen, if your unemployment rate is lower than the national average while simultaneously claiming you're the primary victim of discrimination, maybe sit this conversation out for a second. Just a thought. Because seriously, the mediocrity is disgusting. How the hell do you expect to get a job just because your ass done sat at the job doing nothing? You haven't tried to improve yourself. You haven't tried to gain new skills. But just because your ass been there, you're being discriminated because they went over your head. The fuck? I'm not trying to have a manager that doesn't know what the fuck he doing. I'd rather a new person that's not new to the game, but true to the game, rather than jackass over here that never even opened a damn safety manual. How about that? Anyways, listen, I don't know. The labor market overall is being described as frozen. Companies laying people off while barely hiring, which means younger people graduating right now entering one of the worst possible situations. Expensive housing, rising food costs, high gas prices, and fewer opportunities. And this is why Black folks keep saying economics matters more than celebrity political endorsements. I don't even know if this part-time job is going to last. It could be a temporary one. Shit. But once I get out of school, shoo, and I'm an older person, so I'm fighting even worse. Because they don't want to get an old person because, one, we have lesser years, and two, they probably want the more technical people. Somebody tell my cousins that so people will stop asking me to fix their computers. Anyways, and this is why Black folks keep saying economics matters more than celebrity political endorsement. I do not care which rapper suddenly discovered activism after getting invited to a billionaire's brunch. Can they lower the rent? No. Then move. A lot of Black families are tired, working harder for less stability, watching prices climb while opportunities shrink. Yet every election cycle, somebody shows up dancing at a rally like we supposed to forget grocery bills exist because the celebrity took selfies with politicians. Absolutely not. Absolutely. No, we ain't doing that shit because I'm tired. It feels like you're playing in my face, and that's what you're pretty much doing. The reality is simple. When Black unemployment rises, entire communities, not just one, entire communities feel it. Housing, education, healthcare, stress levels, crime rates, family stability, all connected. And if policymakers ignore it now, the long-term damage is gonna hit harder later. Just like it always does, okay? I'm telling you right now. So with that, we are going to continue to move because here I got a list of things y'all need to study. If you're melanated and you consider yourself Black, I got a list of things you need to be aware of because shit's about to get dark. I'm just saying. Whew, Lord, I can't. My hair is not turning gray. It is going straight to white. That is how stressed I am. All right. Y'all check this shit out because I can't do it. I just can't sometimes. Where the hell are my other transitions? Oh, here we go. So don't sleep. 13 things Black folks must know about what's happening in our communities and around the world, especially after the damn last few weeks. All right, family. This story right here is less celebrity tea and more wake the hell up. Because while folks online arguing about wigs, reality shows, and who unfollowed who, the world is shifting fast around Black people globally. And a lot of us are distracted by the nonsense designed to keep us distracted. So this article right here is going to lay out 13 major issues affecting Black communities worldwide, from America to Sudan to the Caribbean to Africa to Brazil. And some of this reads like the plot of a dystopian movie, except unfortunately it's fucking reality. Okay, so first up, Sudan. The humanitarian crisis there is catastrophic. Millions displaced, families starving, women and girls facing horrific violence, entire communities wiped apart by war, while Western media barely covers it unless they can somehow connect it to oil prices or military strategy. Y'all so worried about Iran's issue. Why didn't y'all go ahead and help Sudan? How about that shit? I've been told y'all about Rwanda. Over 14 million people displaced. Imagine the entire population of Pennsylvania suddenly running for survival. That's too many damn fat folks. Meanwhile, Congo is still being exploited for minerals used in phones, electric vehicles, and AI systems. So every time these tech billionaires get on stage talking about the future, remember some of that future is literally powered by African suffering and resource exploitations. Coltan, cobalt, lithium, black land stays rich while black people stay under attack. Funny how colonization just learned how to wear Patagonia vests and call itself innovation. I don't know what those vests are, but I don't like them just because of the name. And speaking of technology, this is also talking about how algorithms, TikTok, AI generated media, and misinformation campaigns are actively manipulating public opinion, especially in black communities. Baby, I've been saying this. Some of these viral culture wars online are engineered engagement traps. Folks wake up angry over fake headlines while billionaires quietly move money and politicians quietly move laws. It's going to piss you off. The report even mentions investigations showing algorithms push the most divisive content possible because outrage keeps people scrolling, which explains why social media sometimes feels like a digital crack house where everybody is yelling and nobody is healing. Then there's voting rights. Tennessee lawmakers passed new maps dismantling the state's only black majority district in Memphis. Tell me you're a racist without telling me you're a racist. After weakening protections tied to the Voting Rights Act, I told y'all, stop touching that damn Constitution. This is fucking strategy, okay? Because when black people organize politically, suddenly maps start to get redrawn like toddlers with crayons and an agenda. Young children being forced to mine for cobalt and other minerals. So sad. Exactly. Shit. The parents as well. They probably up in there. It looked like a damn family reunion, but in hard labor. The article is also warning public schools are shrinking fast, enrollment dropping, school closing, programs disappearing, especially in black neighborhoods. I told y'all we need to start again. We need to try and build up Tulsa and if they can have all white neighborhoods, we can have all black cities too. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to start teaching our kids. I have no problem homeschooling. I've taught kids for damn near 10 years overseas. You know how hard it is trying to get kids to understand a language they don't understand and some fucking reality in their head? Oh, Lord. Anyways, extracurriculars, special education, support systems, all getting squeezed. And then folks act shocked years later when communities struggle. You can't starve education and expect prosperity. That math does not math. And let's talk economics. Housing prices are high. Food is expensive. Jobs are unstable. I don't even know how long I'm keep this job. I hope I keep it long enough. From Nigeria to United States, black working class communities are getting hit hard. Meanwhile, billionaires having space tourism discussions while regular people are deciding whether they can afford eggs and gas in the same damn week. Again, I cannot eat eggs. I have high cholesterol. Africa's labor force is expected to explode by 2050, while hundreds of millions of working age people entering the economy. But here's the problem. There aren't enough formal jobs being created. That means whoever controls tech, infrastructure, AI, and resources controls the future. That's why I'm going back to school for cybersecurity. Fuck that. If the computers take over, you're going to need somebody to fix them damn computers. Anyways, we're going to keep getting locked out while everybody profits off our labor and culture. On climate change. After Africa contributes less than 5% of fossil fuel emission, yet gets hammered with droughts, flooding, crop collapse, food insecurity. Same old story. The people causing the least damage often suffer the most consequences. And before we move on, this article also is talking about reparations. Caribbean and African leaders continue pushing for compensation for slavery and colonialism, while America, like US and Britain, basically hit the world with diplomatic versions of, well, technically, bitch, y'all, convenient. Bottom line, Black people globally are dealing with economic warfare, political suppression, digital manipulation, migration crisis, climate threats, and resource exploitation all at once. So yes, maybe we should spend less time arguing over celebrity podcasts and more time studying what's happening around us before history repeats itself with better Wi-Fi. How about that? Because I refuse to let my child pick fucking cotton. My mama picked cotton. I refuse. I ain't never touched cotton, the fabric of our lives that I had to pick. That shit will never come out of my head. That tells you how old I am. It will never come out of my damn head. I promise you. That is a goofy ass song, but it will never come out of my head. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about Tyler Rico. I don't know if he's really going to pull a Mom Donnie or if he just going to trick us like the rest of these fucking politicians. But you tell me after you see this damn story, okay? You going to work?
Well, what's going on over there?
So Texas U.S. Senate nominee James Tallarico unveils plan to tackle Black maternal mortality crisis. I mean, it's something at least, I guess. I mean, is he 10 toes down is the question, because I'm so sick of people promising shit. And if you ain't got sense, look what happens. Somebody's Miss Swallow ends up in office. I really wish his mama had swallowed him. That fucking orangutan just does. He's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Anyways, now this is an issue that deserves nonstop attention. And you know I'm always talking about it because Black women in America are literally dying during childbirth at rates that should embarrass the entire country. And you already know I have a baby wish. I want to have a baby. Texas Democratic Senate candidate James Tallarico rolled out a major maternal health plan on Mother's Day, focused specifically on helping pregnant and postpartum women, especially Black mothers. You better not let that bitch in California here, because she gonna try and sue. Talking about it's discrimination. I can't join this program, bitch. Black women are the most underserved, under-resourced fucking group of people, and here comes your overprivileged ass with a Spanish last name of all things. Anyways, no, that heifer was from Caucasoid. Just telling you. She just had a Spanish name. Anyways, Black mothers still remain 3 times more likely to die in child-related complications than white women. 3 times. In the richest country on earth. And what kills me is America loves calling itself pro-life until the baby actually gets here and the mother needs health care, child care, housing, paid leave, mental health support, transportation, and doctors who actually listen to Black women when they're saying something is wrong. That's how we get folks passing away after they give birth to the baby. And who the hell's gonna have the baby back more than their mama when they actually want the baby? Then suddenly everybody disappears like roaches when the kitchen light comes on. Thank God I don't have roaches. Tallarico's proposal includes nationwide paid maternity leave, like you should, expanded Medicaid coverage for postpartum mothers up to 12 months, better maternal health research, telemedicine expansion, doulas, I need one, a midwife coverage, and workforce program aimed at maternal care deserts, those areas where women can barely even access proper care. And let's be honest, some women gotta drive farther to find an OBGYN than other people drive to brunch, okay? It's insane, especially in states constantly bragging about family values. The plan would also expand programs like the WIC and Healthy Start while improving provider training and data collection. Because another major issue Black women often get ignored medically. We've heard countless stories where symptoms get dismissed until it's too fucking late. Rich women, poor women, famous women, regular women, black women across income levels keep reporting the same experiences. I told you what Tatiana Ali went through. Yes, ma'am. 3 times hard, 3 times higher. It's always us. Even the CDC shows the maternal death decrease for white, Hispanic, and Asian women while increasing for black women. Increasing. Like they targeting it. It feels like we got a target on our backs, damn it. That should trigger national outrage every fucking single day. I wonder if we all just did another mass exodus and went to other countries. What the hell would they do? So, all right. Texas State Representative Tony Rose backed the plan and pointed out that black women continue carrying the heaviest burden in this crisis. And she's right. Now, politically speaking, Tallarico is also trying to build stronger support among black voters in Texas because Democrats know black turnout matters if they want to seriously compete statewide. Texas has one of the largest black populations in America. It's one of the reasons I left art school in Seattle to go to Texas. I went to school in Houston. And so let's talk about it, really. Anyways, and campaigns are suddenly discovering black issues near election season. Always makes me raise one eyebrow, like The Rock, but not The Rock. Definitely not The Rock. But regardless of politics, let me get my script up because, you know, I have different opinions sometimes. The maternal mortality crisis is real. Women should not survive racism, inflation, student loans, healthcare battles, and America itself, only to die bringing life into the world. And can we please stop acting like this only affects poor women? Wealth doesn't magically protect black women from bias in healthcare systems. I told you about Tatiana Ali last week. We've seen high-profile black women with money, insurance, and fame still nearly die during childbirth. Complications because doctors didn't take them seriously enough. Like, seriously, she said they tried to push the baby back in. What the fuck? This country got enough money for endless wars, billion-dollar corporations, celebrity vanity, space missions, AI-generated cheeseburger commercials, but somehow keeping mothers alive remains complicated. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was the end of the story too. I just couldn't it said I had disconnected. I'm so sorry, y'all. Can y'all still see me? Are y'all still there? Do you see me? Hello. I just had to refresh cuz it said I lost connection with y'all. Let me know if y'all can still see me and all. I'm going to go ahead and prep for y'all cuz it's about time to see who the hell is terrorizing us again. Black people as a whole. I do not discriminate when it comes to black folks out here, okay? My focus is on the black folks here. We can talk about the other people later. Let's talk about the black folks. Anyway, so here we go. And if you recognize that place, yes, I grew up there. Anyways, experts say how the ultra-right Supreme Court was built over decades. These motherfuckers played the long game. How the hell you play the long game and still fuck it up is beyond me. All right, so class is in session because if folks want to understand why America looks the way it does, okay, cool. The fuck? I hate these damn little side panels that just pop up too close to them. Okay, girl, you yelling, but yes, thank you so much. All right, so let's talk about what happened to the Supreme Court of the United States. See, back in the day, Supreme Court nominations weren't always ultra partisan blood sports. Presidents sometimes appointed judges who later surprised everybody ideologically, like Justice John Paul Stevens, nominated by Republican President Gerald Ford, who ended up serving as a liberal voice on the court. But conservatives got real traumatized after President George H.W. appointed Justice David Souter, I don't know how to say his name, in 1990, because instead of becoming a hard right conservative warrior, that dude, David, started supporting abortion rights, the alphabet mafia rights, because I'm not saying all those letters. You see, I can hardly talk right now. And church-state separations. Conservatives basically looked at the man like somebody returned the wrong order at a drive-thru. After that, Republicans made it their mission to never accidentally appoint another surprise liberal again. And that strategy completely reshaped the court for decades. Oh, hell, it would be with that asshole, too, because I wasn't a fan of him either. I couldn't vote at that time. I wasn't a fan. I heard horrible things about that bastard. Anyways, then came that fucking toad, that ugly ass damn tail, that Uncle Tom. Uncle Ruckus Thomas in 1991, after one of the most controversial confirmation hearings in American history involving sexual harassment allegations from Anita Hill. You know who I'm talking about, Uncle Ruckus Thomas. You know who I'm talking about. His office, they need to expand SPROTUS. Once he finally leaves, they need to change the rules. None of these motherfuckers should be in there for life. They should have time terms just like everybody else, because these fucking Methuselahs are not dying. Damn it. That fucking toad has been in office. How the hell are you darker than me and you can't stand me? How does that work? Anyways, Uncle Ruckus got confirmed anyways and became one of the strongest conservative voices on the bench. Later came Chief Justice John Roberts, followed eventually by Drumpf's 3 appointments, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett, which I don't get because she has a black kid. She adopted a black kid. I don't get that one. That's locked in today's 6-3 conservative. And Amy is young. That bitch is going to be here for a while unless she eats badly. And baby, have they been busy. The court overturned Roe versus Wade, weakened affirmative action in college admission, which actually fucked y'all Asians up more than it fucked us up. Supporters claim the court is simply, let me see here now. I missed something. Here we go. Undermine parts of the Voting Rights Act, which should have never happened, and critics argue many of these rulings disproportionately hurt Black communities, women, and marginalized groups. Supporters claim the court is simply restoring constitutional limits and reducing government overreach. My ass. One of the biggest moments was Shelby County v. Holder in 2013, where the court weakened key enforcement protections in the Voting Rights Act. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg famously dissented, arguing voting discrimination still existed. It still does. Meanwhile, several states immediately started changing voting laws afterwards. Funny timing, huh? Now public trust is in the court is dropping hard. I told y'all, them bitches need to have fucking time terms. They shouldn't have lifetime terms. Because I'm sick of this shit. Now, keep on moving. Let's talk about it. Now, public trust is dropping. Polls show confidence at historic lows. Because more Americans see the court as a political instead of neutral. And honestly, when every major ruling lines up neatly with ideological expectations, people are going to side-eye the institution, whether officials like it or not. President Joe Biden has pushed ideas like term limits and ethic forms for justices. That's what I'm talking about. Some want 18-year terms instead of lifetime. I want 4. I want 4 years. Y'all asses 4 years. You come with that fucking president, you leave with that damn president, because I'm sick of y'all bastards. Shit. Others argue lifetime appointments protect independence from politics. My ass. Meanwhile, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson made history as the first black woman. Give me a second here. I need another Thurgood. That's what we need. Another fucking Thurgood. Anyways, first black woman on the court after being nominated in 2022. That matters symbolically for a lot of people, but representation alone doesn't magically fix structural issues. One justice can undo decades of ideological engineering by herself. And let's keep it real. Both political parties treat the Supreme Court seats like infinity stones now. Whoever controls the court shapes abortion. I don't think anybody should be able to tell somebody what the fuck to do with their own damn body. Did you make the body? If you made the body, if you're paying for the body, then you can say what you can do with the body. Voting rights, labor law, healthcare, education, policing, immigration, basically America life itself. That's why confirmation hearings feel like the WWE, and one of them bitches up in there with law school lectures and church arguments. But one of them bitches is up there from the WE, the head bitch. Because for politics, the Supreme Court ain't just legal. It's fucking power, and I'm tired of it. The motherfucker should have 4 years. That's it. 4 fucking years. I don't care what anybody else says. 4 years and your ass is out. You come with the president, you leave with the president. All right, moving on. Tennessee governor signs law erasing state's only black majority district. You dirty bastard. Where the hell are my sound effects? This motherfucker here. I got my sound effect back.
Oh my God.
Because I'm pissed. Did y'all hear that? Because I didn't hear it. Let me try again. It ain't working tonight. You ungrateful bitch. Damn it. Anyways, so Tennessee Republicans officially signed off on a new congressional map that eliminates the state's only majority black district. Yeah, that dumb bitch right there. God dang it. Anyhow, and somehow she didn't know AI was not A1. A1 is a fucking steak sauce, you stupid bitch. Anyways, and somehow we're all supposed to pretend the pretend race had nothing to do with it. Man, sure. I'm secretly Beyonce. Governor Bill Lee, your name is mediocre. Signed legislation dividing Memphis and Shelby County into 3 separate districts, effectively wiping out the only Democratic congressional seat in the state currently represented by Steve Cohen. Yes, it is. Now here's the important context. Memphis is heavily black. Everybody knows this, yet lawmakers insist the maps were drawn. According to my mom, you call it Memphis. I don't know how the hell you spell Memphis, but that's how she says it. She's from Mississippi. Anyways, yet lawmakers insist the maps were drawn based on partnership. See, it's bullshit. I can't say it right. Not race. Which is always fascinating because somehow the partisan strategy always seems to weaken black political influence. Specifically, where the hell is Ben Crump? I know he could fix this. What an amazing coincidence. Happens every time like clockwork. State Senator London Lamar called it outright directly, saying you cannot fracture a majority black city and pretend race has nothing to do with it. She said what needed to be said. The legislation reportedly passed during a special session with protesters removed from the Capitol and very limited public input. They also repealed a decades-old law preventing mid-decade redistricting and loosened requirements around notifying voters about polling place changes. So that means we got to start being paranoid with the damn pollings. Great. Which critics say creates even more confusion for voters. Norman Ornstein even described one of the voting related changes as Jim Crow on steroids. That's not subtle language either. And almost immediately, the NAACP Tennessee chapter filed a lawsuit challenging the map. Stephen Cohen also plans legal action because this battle absolutely ain't over. And see this is why people get frustrated when folks say just vote. Voting matters, yes, but so do districts maps, polling access, court rulings, voter purges, ID laws, ballot access, and who controls election infrastructure. Power protects power. That's the game. I hate this fucking game. Also, let me say this. Politicians love black culture until black political power enters the room. Suddenly, Memphis music, black slang, black dance trends, black athletes, black food, and black creativity are American culture. Man, this is not American culture, you bitches. My mama taught me black culture. But black voting blocks. Whoo! Now everybody starts redrawing maps like Picasso during a Red Bull binge. This situation also follows broader national fights after courts weakened parts of the Voting Rights Act. Stop touching that fucking piece of paper, please. So civil rights advocates are warning this could become a blueprint for similar moves elsewhere. The timing before midterms is not accidental either. Nothing in politics is accidental, especially when power and congressional seats are involved, because these bastards are fucking up everything. I hope the damn receipts are worth it. Anyways, moving on. Video captures tense moment between black Tennessee lawmaker and state trooper. Why are you there, you jackass? Don't they have police other than that asshole there? Fuck. And he looks like a fat head. His head looked like a thumb. Look at this fat head. Ugh. Now this right here looked like a scene from a political drama mixed with a family cookout argument and a civil rights documentary all at once. Video went viral showing Tennessee State Representative Justice J. Pearson screaming at state troopers during a confrontation over the new congressional map that dismantled Tennessee's only black majority district. You dirty bastards. And listen, before people clutch pearls over profanity, maybe ask why folks are this angry in the first damn place. Because when communities feel like their voting power is being intentionally erased, emotions gonna run hot. The confrontation happened during a special legislation session where Republican lawmakers approved the new map, splitting Memphis into multiple districts. Protesters packed the Capitol while lawmakers pushed the proposal through. Y'all just don't give a shit what people say. All right, once again, no taxation without representation, you jackasses. That means they shouldn't have to pay y'all motherfuckers taxes because you're not representing what they want. You dirty bitches. Pearson's brother, Kashawn Pearson, president of Memphis Community Against Pollution, was among demonstrators protesting inside the Capitol. State troopers eventually moved in. You dirty fuckers. I'm not trying to repeat fucking history. They moved in, clearing people out. The House leadership ordered the gallery emptied. That's when things escalated. Video shows Justin Pearson yelling at officers, cursing, demanding they get off his brother, and visibly furious while troopers physically restrained people. At least 3 protesters were reportedly arrested for disrupting the legislative session. Now, conservatives online instantly started focusing on his language and behavior instead of the issue itself, because America loves tone policing black anger more than addressing the cause of the anger. Yeah, he do. Ugly ass one at that. Folks, 6 hours debating whether somebody cursed appropriately while democracy itself is doing backflips off of a damn cliff nearby. Pearson later blasted the maps as racist tools of white supremacy done at the request of Drumpf himself. Strong words? Absolutely. But let's not act like redistricting battles in America have some spotless racial history. This is the same Justin Pearson who already became nationally known after Tennessee Republicans expelled him and another black lawmaker named Justin from legislature in 2023 over gun reform protests. Remember that? Because Tennessee politics been looking like a reboot of 1963 with Wi-Fi and press conferences for a minute now. And honestly, whether people agree with his approach or not, Pearson tapped into something real: exhaustion. I am so fucking exhausted. A lot of black Americans are tired of watching systems change rules, redraw maps, close polling places, and weaken protections while still being told everything is fair. No, it ain't. I lived in Lake Charles. I had to go in. All I had to do was go down the street. The voting place was down the street in our school. They changed that shit to Moss Bluff, which is mostly white. God. Also, can we discuss how quickly protests get criminalized depending on who is protesting? Because some folks can storm government buildings wrapped in flags and become patriots, while black protesters yelling in legislative chambers suddenly get treated like national security threats. Interesting pattern there. At the end of the day, though, Tennessee's maps are signed into law for now, but lawsuits are already flying, so this political fight is far from over. I hope it gets overturned. I'm sick of y'all assholes. I'm so sick of y'all. God dang it, it's ridiculous. Oh, I'm sorry. I brought something wrong up. I'm bringing this one down. I forgot. Let me close that up because that's it. And now it's Terry's favorite time. Let me bring that down. It's Terry's favorite time of the night. It's fuck around and play stupid games and win stupid prizes. That's all I'm going to say. I need a smoke break. Y'all check this out while I go puff. Oh, that's the wrong one. There it is.
I don't want this second, I want this. I'm gonna lick my hands way, I'm a red. I've been moving like I have this.
You see this beautiful woman here? FBI search of Black Virginia senator's office sparks fury. She is not backing down, damn it. She is coming back with boxing gloves, and I'm here for it. Now let's talk about Virginia, because this story smells like politics, power, and somebody's federal alphabet soup getting real comfortable. The FBI searched the office of Virginia State Senator Louise Lucas and also searched a cannabis dispensary she co-owns in Portsmouth. You dirty bastards, leave the ganja alone. Officials say this was part of the court-authorized federal search warrant connected to an ongoing corruption legislation. I think you're in the wrong place. You need to go to D.C. That's where the corruption is. Reports also say the investigation began under the Biden administration, so technically this did not just pop out of nowhere under Drumpf. But baby, the timing, the political temperature, messy as hell. They rarely had arrests during the No Kings arrest. Of course, you also had barely any black folks. How about that? Now let's talk about Lucas. Lucas is not just some random local official. She is 82 years old. She should retire, but she's fighting. A longtime Black Democratic power player in Virginia, president pro tempore of the state Senate, chair of the Senate Finance Committee, and one of the major figures connected to Virginia's redistricting fight. She looked like somebody that whooped ass when she was raising kids, if she has any. She has been in Virginia politics for decades, and she is known for not backing down. So when federal agents show up searching her office right after a major redistricting battle, people are absolutely going to raise eyebrows. Supporters are saying this looks like political intimidation. Lucas herself said this is about more than one senator. It is about power and who gets to use it on behalf of the people. They ain't even listening to the people. What the fuck are you talking about behalf? And let me tell you something. When an elderly Black woman in power gets raided while voting rights and redistricting are already on fire, Black folks are not going to respond with, oh, okay, sounds normal. No, ma'am. We have history books. We know these intimidation playbooks, bitch. That's why I said we need to study these ugly bastards. They're ugly as hell and they're racist. We need to study them just like their racist asses studied us. The motherfucker who made the damn Project 2025, the architecture, he has degrees. Yes, she does. She looks very good for 82. I'm gonna tell you, because Drumpf ain't even 80, and he looks a hot ass mess. That ugly ass, that orangutan. But this is what I'm saying. Okay, we need to do something. So at the same time, we have to be factual. Lucas has not been charged, and the FBI says this was a court-authorized search. AP reported the probe involves corruption questions, and the Washington Post reported it may involve bribery allegations tied to the cannabis business. Again, no charges yet. So this is one of those stories where we keep both eyes open, one on the legal facts and one on the political patterns. And that is what's called woke, you dumbass bastards who always bastardizing our fucking words. And does not mean uncool. Because America loves pretending systems are neutral right up until powerful black people start to challenge maps, money, and voting power. Then suddenly everybody gets procedural, real investigative, real we're just asking questions. Lucas says she's not backing down, and honestly, that sounds exactly like somebody who has survived Virginia politics for decades. This story is not over, and you know I will hit you up on it. Now, this next one, I don't know what to say. Drewski got balls. That's all I can say, because he do some shit. I just hope he stays around folks. Do not ever find yourself alone. All right, so the truth behind Drewski's viral skit about black British actors. A lot of us have been looking at that shit, because I ain't even gonna lie. I thought Idris was from here until I found out he wasn't, and he started talking in that accent. I'm like, oh. Now, Drewski decided to step into one of the spiciest conversations in Black Hollywood, Black British actors playing African Americans. His skit features him as Samson Dubois, a Black British actor who magically becomes Martin Luther King. Yeah, I was wondering about that shit. A slave, a gang member, and every other Black American role. Why are those our fucking members? We should not have those as the only fucking roles. Anyways, Hollywood keeps recycling, but then backstage, suddenly the British accent comes out thicker than cold grits. Cold grits are disgusting. And the internet lost it. People were laughing. Black British actors like Damson Idris and Wunmi Mosaku reacted with laughing emojis, and folks started calling Drewski one of the best skit creators out right now. But underneath the jokes, this touched a real nerve. The bigger question is not, are Black British actors talented? Of course they are. Daniel Kaluuya, John Boyega, they're killing my mouth over here. I can't say these names. David Oyelowo, Idris Elba, Damson Idris. You just switch the names. Talented people. The issue is Hollywood's relationship with Black American history, because sometimes it feels like studios want the look, the pain, the trauma, the accent, the slavery scenes, the civil rights tears, but not necessarily the responsibility to hire African American actors connected to that history. And Samuel L. Jackson said years ago that Black British actors are often seen as cheaper or classically trained, which makes this a labor issue too. Because if Black American actors are demanding fair pay and Hollywood decides to import someone else to tell the Black American story cheaper, then yes, people are going to talk. You can't tell my fucking story. I live this shit. Oh, thank God, because these names are kicking my ass. Every time I see them, I jump. My booty cheeks just clench. Oh, God. Now, some folks argue this happens across Hollywood in general. British actors play Americans all the time. Spider-Man been British. Batman, he been British? I didn't know. Half of the marble sounds like they escaped a BBC drama when the cameras cut. Fine. But there is a difference between playing a superhero and playing someone's enslaved ancestor or civil rights icon. Those roles carry cultural weight. The skit also revived past frustrations about certain actors benefiting from Black American stories while later sounding dismissive of Black American culture. Exactly. Drewski made people laugh, but the reason this joke hit so hard is because the frustration was already sitting there. Comedy works best when it tells the truth, and a wig and a fake accent. I'm just gonna say what it is. Damn it! If somebody got mad at me because I got mad because someone fucking Aries Spears, that's an ugly motherfucker. He is not funny either. Sat up there and said people from the deep south are slow. I got mad because my mother is from the deep south and she's very intelligent and she raised me to be very intelligent. It is very tiring. Shit. I'm trying to keep this I got my grade fixed. So now I got an A-. I'm doing that shit in cybersecurity. Do you know how frazzled I am? I'm ready to break. All right, moving on. A federal judge just exposed the discriminatory truth behind Doge's grant cuts. You know this asshole. He don't want to hire Black folks. Fine. Then get the fuck out of our neighborhoods trying to poison us while you at it. Now, this one right here is delicious. I hate the word delicious. I really do. It sounds gross. Because a federal judge basically told those you cannot just let ChatGPT play Budget Grim Reaper and call it government efficiency. They don't even have that's not them. Okay. U.S. District Judge Colleen McMahon ruled that Doge's mass cancellation of more than 1,400 national endowments for the humanities grants were unlawful and unconstitutional. These grants were worth over 100 million and supported scholars, museums, writers, cultural organizations, and history projects all across the country. You're not dumbing us down, you illegal fuck. And what was Doge doing? Douchebag doing? According to court findings, staff used terms like DEI to flag grant cancellations. One employee reportedly used artificial intelligence to decide whether grants were related to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Once again, I do not understand what's so wrong with including people of all groups on an equal. That's what it literally says. Oh God. Even though he could not clearly define DEI, baby. You cannot even define the thing you are hunting, but you got authority to cut money? Oh, Lord, that's malpractice with a keyboard. Judge McMahon, whatever. What was that woman's first name? Anyways, the judge called the process blatant viewpoint discrimination and said the government cannot avoid constitutional scrutiny by blaming ChatGPT. Translation, you cannot put racism, politics, and lazy bureaucracy into an AI blender, hit puree, and call the smoothie legal, you fucks. The terminated grants reportedly included projects involving African American history, Holocaust education, indigenous culture, and other humanity works connected to identity, history, and marginalized communities. Reuters reported that the judge found the cuts violated the First and Fifth Amendments. And let's be real. This is exactly why people side-eye anti-DEI crusades. They claim they are fighting waste, but somehow the cuts keep landing on Black history, indigenous knowledge, women's history, alphabet mafia topics. I'm not saying all those letters. Immigrant stories and anything that tells the truth too loudly. And I'm asexual, so yeah, I guess I'm part of that group. Douchebag was created under Drumpf's cost-cutting agenda, with Felon Muskrat previously tied to the operation as a senior advisor. This guy's an idiot. He is, Critics warned from the beginning that this thing was moving too fast, cutting too deep, and operating like a billionaire group project nobody asked for. You fucks. Judge McMahon, I hope I'm saying that right, basically said a new administration can change funding priorities, but it does not get a license to suppress ideas it dislikes. Amen for the legal choir loft. And honestly, this story should scare people beyond politics, because if the government can use vague keywords and AI shortcuts to erase history funding today, what stops them from using the same method against education, housing, health research, or civil rights programs tomorrow? Efficiency without accountability is just oppression with better branding, bitches. Seriously. Now, here we go with this next one, and you know it's going to be about Tennessee. Tennessee is on it. That's the wrong one. I was supposed to delete that. Here we go. Tennessee senator warns that new state map could be the biggest blow to Black political power since Reconstruction. Can we just leave this fucking state, please? I'm just saying. So this story connects directly to the Tennessee map fight we already covered. So I'm treating it like a follow-up, not a repeat. Excuse me. Oops, I need to drink some water. Tennessee Republicans passed a new congressional map that splits Memphis, a city with a majority Black population, into multiple districts stretching into wider suburban and rural areas. State Senator Ramesh Akbari did not sugarcoat it. That's a woman. She called it deliberate, racist, and part of what she sees as a new Southern strategy to dilute Black voting power. We are not becoming your servants, bitches. Let it go. And listen, When Black folks hear Southern strategy, ears perk up immediately because we know that phrase. We know that playbook. It's the political strategy of using race, resentment, fear, and coded language to weaken Black political power while pretending everything is about fairness, tradition, partnership. Akbari, hold on. Somebody did something on my phone. I ain't doing shit. Akbari warned that splitting Memphis means Black residents could lose meaningful representation in Congress. And representation is not symbolic fluff. Congressional representation affects infrastructure money, school resources, economic investment, federal attention, transportation, healthcare access, and disaster response. When your community's vote gets diluted, your needs get diluted too. She said Black voters' power gets washed away when districts are stretched in ways that bury them under whiter voting blocks. And that is the whole point of break up a strong community so it can no longer elect the candidate of its choice. This happened shortly after Supreme Court decision weakened Voting Rights Act's protection, which has civil rights advocates worried that other Republican-led Southern states may try the same thing. Tennessee may be a warning shot. You know damn well it's a warning shot. Akbari called it one of the weakest blows to Black representation since Reconstruction. Strong words, yes. But when the majority Black city gets chopped up right before an election cycle, nobody should expect polite indoor voices. The legal fights are coming. Lawsuits are already expected. And Akbari is saying if the courts do not fix it, organizers will vote, organize, fund races, and make Republicans regret it politically. Good, because democracy does not defend itself. It needs people, strategy, money, turnout, lawsuits, organizing, and a whole lot of patience, which is annoying because some of us are tired, like me, and would prefer justice with a same-day shipping. But here we are, bastards. Yes, girl. Oh, wow. Yes. Reconstruction. That's how bad this shit is. I mean, I don't think I don't know what to tell you. But moving on into some more less political shit. This dude, I got my foot on his neck too. A man accused. So trial set for a man accused of stealing hard drives containing unreleased Beyonce music. Sir, you are 40 years old and you doing stupid shit like this. This shows just how racist this country really is. Yes, it is. Yes, it do. Where's my new little graphic? I got a new graphic. Here you go. Hand clap. All right. So let's talk about some celebrity courtroom foolishness because somebody allegedly decided to break into the wrong vehicle and accidentally entered the Beehive Witness Protection Program. You notice we've never seen that man's face? Kelvin Evans, 40, is accused of stealing several hard drives containing unreleased Beyonce music. Why would you have it in your vehicle? That should be in a case somewhere away from you, with you, somewhere away from the car. He has pleaded not guilty to charges including entering an automobile, criminal trespass. I bit my tongue again. Prosecutors offered him a 5-year plea deal back in March, but he rejected it and said he was ready to go to trial. His trial is scheduled to begin Monday, May 11th. That's tomorrow. I hope he does have witness protection. The theft happened in July 2025, just before Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour stop at Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. One of the dancers and choreographers, Christopher Grant, reported that his 2024 Jeep Wagoneer was broken into. The stolen items reportedly included a MacBook, laptops, Apple headphones, luxury clothing, designer sunglasses, jump drives with unreleased music, show footage plans, and past and future set lists. My God, you have too much in your vehicle. Now, I need people to understand something. Stealing regular luggage is already stupid. Stealing luggage tied to Beyonce's unreleased music, that's not a crime. That's auditioning for consequences. Them crazy ass stands scared the shit out of me. Prosecutors say the surveillance video captured a red 2025 Hyundai Elantra linked to the robbery. Evans was arrested in August 2025. They caught you fast. And later indicted in January. If convicted, he could face up to 6 years. Oh, great. They only took 1 year off. Recent updates still show the trial is set for Monday, May 11th. And you know the Beehive had jokes immediately. Beyonce's fans do not play about that woman. They investigate harder than some federal agencies. Somebody in the Beehive probably already made a cork board with yarns, screenshots, tire tracks, moon phases, and a Virgo compatibilities chart. But all jokes aside, this is serious because unreleased music, tour plans, and set lists are business assets. That is intellectual property. That is security. It's money. Tours are planned down to the second, and leaks can cost artists and crews millions. And ain't nobody got money right now. Also, this shows how celebrity teams need serious operational security. Do not leave laptops, hard drives, set lists, or unreleased materials in your vehicle. That's what I'm saying. I do not care if the car is locked. A locked car is not a vault. That is just cybersecurity and common sense holding hands, because I'm studying that shit. So now this case moves from viral headline to courtroom reality. Evans says he is ready for the trial. Prosecutors say they have evidence. And Beyonce, she's probably somewhere unbothered, hydrated, moisturizing, protected by 12 lawyers, 6 NDAs, and the spiritual warfare division of the Beehive. May the court proceed carefully because the bees are watching. I don't want to see this. I feel like it's a massacre, but let's see what happens. Moving on, another college is saying no to MAGA. Why is MAGA trying to be in our shit? That's what I need to know. Students at Morehouse School of Medicine joined a wave of HBCU protests of GOP-backed commencement speakers. Why are y'all coming to our schools? We don't want you there. You probably don't want to be there. You just want to be nosy, in my opinion. So, now, this right here got HBCU students heated because students at Morehouse School of Medicine are protesting the school's decision to invite Republican Congressman Rich McCormick. He's named after seasoning. That already tells you something's wrong. As commencement speaker for the May 16th graduation ceremony. And baby, those students are not quietly disagreeing. Why do they even do that? I think it's rage baiting. Leave these damn students alone. Don't do that shit. The school originally framed his appearance as a homecoming because McCormick is an alumnus. Sounds like nice on paper, right? Except students immediately started pointing to his voting record and political positions, saying they directly conflict with the mission of Morehouse School of Medicine, especially around diversity, healthcare access, immigration, and student loans. And let's pause there because medical students are already stressed enough. These folks are surviving exams that look like ancient curses written in Latin. I took Latin. I got a damn 9 on the test. My mother jumped over a table and whooped my ass for real. Anyways, while they're drowning in debt, caffeine, and emotional damage. So when they hear a commencement speaker supports capping student loans for a low-income student, loans many of them depend on, yeah. That's going to go over like warm mayonnaise at a cookout. That's nasty. Ugh. Students launched a petition that reportedly gained more than 1,100 signatures. Protesters held signs on campus saying DEI saves lives, which honestly is one of the most accurate protest signs I've seen in a minute because diversity in medicine actually affects patient outcome. Black patients consistently report worse treatment, being ignored medically, or having symptoms dismissed. I'm fighting with the fucking fertility clinic. Representation in healthcare is not just aesthetics. It can literally mean survival. One student, Kiara Huff, I hope I said that right, basically said future doctors absolutely need exposure to different viewpoints and diverse patients, but your commencement speaker should still reflect the values of the institution. Fair point. Graduation speeches are symbolic. That's the final message students are carrying out before entering their profession. You loved it. I hated it. Shit. Now, McCormick says he respects differing opinions and still plans to attend. He says people should judge him based on his record of service and contributions. He also pointed out he co-sponsored legislation aimed at increasing federal search refunding for HBCUs. When was that, first of all? We need to know when. So supporters argue students are ignoring parts of his record that did help Black institutions. But is he hurting us now? That's the problem. But critics say that doesn't erase support for policies that they believe hurt vulnerable communities. And this situation reflects a broader trend at HBCUs lately, where students increasingly challenge controversial commencement speakers. Who's picking these fuckers is what I want to know. Who is picking them? Because this younger generation, they're not just sitting politely through speeches anymore. They will organize, protest, petition, trend online, and drag you before the graduation robes even arrive from Amazon. And also, can we be honest? Colleges love talking about student voices right until students start using them loudly. Then suddenly administrators become exhausted uncles at Thanksgiving talking about decorum. At the end of the day, this fight is bigger than one speaker. It's about what HBCU represents politically and culturally in 2026. Because when institutions founded to uplift Black communities invite figures students see as hostile to those communities, tensions are guaranteed. I don't understand why they got invited. And somewhere, Dr. Maya Angelou's spirit is probably looking down at this whole mess like, well, this escalated quickly. Moving on, someone else is coming for that dumbass Stephen A. Smith. Oh my God, I almost had a heart attack when he just hinted he was thinking about running for office. Hell no. Now, the Black political, so here he's one of them. Van Lathan says, out of Stephen Smith days after ESPN commentator cited old speech calling for Black people to vote Republican for one election. Fuck you. Right now, the Republican Party is not for us. We have moved on. You are a dumbass. Now, the political commentator civil war continues because podcast host and CNN contributor Van Lathan basically said ESPN loudspeaker extraordinaire Stephen A. Smith would probably fit better as a Republican than a Democrat. I thought he was going as a Republican until they said he was running for Democrat. Ooh, the internet immediately grabbed popcorn. Van didn't tiptoe around it either. He straight up said Stephen A.'s support for Democratic politicians feels synthetic, meaning forced or performative. According to Van, Stephen A.'s reactions to certain political issues, especially his clashes involving Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett and his willingness to defend Drumpf in certain conversations, reveal where his real political instincts lead. He's going to be another Fetterman. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's going to be another Fetterman. Now, if you know Stephen A., you know this man speaks with intensity of somebody arguing over the last generator during a hurricane. Everything is maximum volume. I wish I had a mute for him. His nose is huge. Every sentence sounds like ESPN just told him civilization ends at 6 p.m. So naturally, when he started stepping deeper into politics, reactions got strong. Oh my God, I almost had a damn heart attack. If you paid attention to these past damn conflicts I've had with this dude, man, I was sitting up there like, oh hell no. We are not doing that. And then it was a gotcha, bitch. And I calmed down because oh Lord. Anyways, oh, I can't stand that man. Stephen A. has been floating around political commentary more and more lately, even joking about running for president, before admitting the financial hit would probably not be worth it. Because you ain't gonna win, you ignorant bastard. You ain't even got us on your side. Which honestly may be the most honest thing a potential politician has said in years. I need to get that other segment out. How we need to stop voting for fucking celebrities. Because this don't work. One of the biggest controversies came when Stephen A. suggested Black Americans should vote Republican for one election cycle just to force both parties. Bitch, you know how you leading us to a cliff, blindfolded, you dumb bastard, to compete harder for Black voters. His argument: Democrats take Black voters for granted while Republicans mostly ignore us altogether. So how the hell does that fix anything? Now listen. I understand. Let me see. Stephen A. is, I was about to say that, another Fetterman. Exactly. That's what he would be. If he ran for, and he actually got in, that's what he would be. He'd be a fucking lapdog. Please don't play with me. My booty cheeks. Now listen. I understand the frustration that statement, a lot of Black Americans feel politically exhausted. Every election cycle, politicians suddenly remember Black neighborhoods exist, throw on sneakers, quote MLK badly, eat one chicken wing awkwardly, on camera, mind you, and disappear until the next crisis. We've seen the routine. We're so tired of it. But Black folks also side eye Republicans because many Republican led policies directly affect voting rights, education, healthcare, DEI programs, which we don't really get a lot of, support from that because it's mostly white women, labor protections, and racial equity efforts. So when Stephen A. sounds sympathetic to certain Republican talking points, people immediately start asking, okay, sir, what exactly are we doing here? Stay in your damn lane, Stephen. God dang it, you get on my last nerve. Van Halen basically said Stephen A. would actually thrive politically as a Republican because his communication style, independent streak, and criticism of Democrats already line up more naturally there. There are definitely Black conservatives and independent thinkers who feel politically homeless right now. That conversation is real. But here's the bigger issue. Black political discourse online is becoming entertainment instead of strategy. Everybody's yelling, everybody's clipping each other, everybody going viral. Meanwhile, regular Black families still are dealing with unemployment, housing costs, healthcare struggles, and shrinking opportunities. And let me say this carefully. Being loud is not the same thing as being correct. Sometimes political commentary today feels like sports debate culture infected democracy itself. Everybody is picking teams, screaming takes, and looking for a viral moment while actual policies quietly reshape people's lives underneath the noise. Also, can somebody please tell celebrities and TV personalities that having a microphone does not automatically make them Malcolm X with Wi-Fi? Thank you. You ignorant bastards don't know shit as it is. That is it for the games that have been played. We are going to go ahead and move on to first we're going to do my commercial if it works. If you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what I can change. Please be respectful because even though I got a part-time job, that means I still got some time. Please don't watch my titties. I don't know why they shaking like that. It's pissing me off, actually. It's pissing me off a lot. But anyways, check out my commercial. I'll be right back with conversation part 5 between Nikki and James Baldwin.
It's just me and the it's just me and the fam. Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's gone for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
And I tend to care about Afro-Americans, which I would define as the sons and daughters of slaves and slave owners. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I have.
That doesn't, by the way, sound very parochial to me.
It's very parochial because I don't care about my third world brothers and sisters and things like that I'm sure I should. But as we...
You mean you're responsible for a certain situation?
I just can't deal with it.
Yes,
I think that if everybody dealt with their own little situation, yes. If I deal with my block and you deal with your block, we'll have two good...
And Malcolm said that too.
Yeah. So when we deal with white as being like a state of... Well, Malcolm said everything, which I would grant.
Really?
He encompassed. But as we begin to try to deal, with the world, we find that a lot of things break down. And we find that frequently a white face goes with a white mind. Mm-hmm. Occasionally, a black face goes with a white mind. Mm-hmm. Very seldom, a white face will have a black mind. But we find the frequent situation is a white face has a white mind.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? So for the few mistakes that you would make, it's unfortunate.
No, I know. I wouldn't.
To me, it's unfortunate.
I wouldn't argue that at all. Yeah. No, I wouldn't argue that at all. No, it doesn't make any difference to me. As I said once somewhere, that a cop is a cop.
Well, cops are white.
And and he may be a very nice man. I haven't got the time to figure that out. All I know is he's got a uniform and a gun. I have to relate to him that way. That's the only way to relate to him at all. Because one of us is one of us may have to die.
One of us, in New York, there's a big campaign going on to humanize the policemen, and they have billboards upstate, and they have a picture of a big cop bending over this little blonde girl. Mm-hmm. And the sign say, and some people call him Pig. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to buy a billboard. I told a friend of mine, I want to buy a billboard and show this big cop and this 14-year-old kid with 30 bullets in him, and saying some people call him peacemaker.
You ought to do one thing. One thing Lorraine Hansberry said, get this photograph. When we had that famous meeting with Bobby Kennedy, Lorraine said to Bobby, who was also dead.
Everybody's dead.
You know, Lorraine said to Bobby, in answer to something about black manhood. Jerome Smith had been talking about black men. And Lorraine said she wasn't worried about black men because they'd done very well, all things considered. She was very proud of them. But she told Bobby, she said, I'm very upset about the state of that civilization which produced that photograph of that white cop in Birmingham standing on that black woman's neck. You know.
Yeah. What does that say for white manhood? But again, that's a moral position.
We
you follow what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
That means that we're on top of the situation by being on bottom. And many of us would like to see it the other way around.
I'm not quite that romantic, or even if you want to use the word moral, quite that moral. I simply know, I think I know. You know, look, I'm not a financier. You know, I'm not a banker. I'm not a practical man, so to speak. You know, and what I am. And I know the choices I've had to make in my own life to be able to shave in the morning, to look myself in the face in the morning. Now, I'm not so moral as to sit here and say that if somebody had a gun pointed at my brother's head, that I would pray for him. You know, I'm not about to tell you, you know, that
Excuse me.
that I'm lighting candles every day and every night for the soul of J. Edgar Hoover. You know,
Yeah.
on one level, I'm not moral at all. I don't care what happens to Hoover and all his tribe at all. But I do care what happens to you. You know, and if I am moral, which I don't really think I am, but you know, it's a word you keep bringing up.
I can find another word.
Yeah, I know. But the relationship between morality and power is a very subtle one. You know, because power, ultimately, with no morality, is not any longer power. You cannot call Spain a powerful nation. You can't call Franco a powerful man. He's got a whole nation in jail. But that's not power.
No.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know.
His game isn't running.
Precisely. Now, when our game starts running, and after all, baby, we have survived the roughest game in the history of the world.
Yeah.
You know, we really have. No matter what we say against ourselves, you know, no matter what our limits and hang-ups are, you know, we have come through something, you know.
Okay. That was part 5. We'll continue next Sunday with that. We're going to continue with the education. I got a spotlight. I don't have pictures, so we're going to do it like this. So check it out. Okay, so this week in Black History. Now, this is the kind of Black History segment I wish schools actually taught properly instead of giving us the same 3 names every February like history stopped in 1968. Because early May alone carries enough Black excellence, resistance, and brilliance to fill an entire Netflix docu-series. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. Let me see. Yeah, okay, good. Anyways, let's see here now. If Hollywood ever stopped rebooting Spider-Man long enough to care, that's what I'm saying. So let's start with James Meredith. In May 1963, he graduated from the University of Mississippi after surviving racist riots, threats, violence, and federal troop intervention simply because he dared to enroll as a Black student. Imagine needing armed protection just to attend college. Folks today rightfully complain about tuition prices, but James Meredith literally risked his life for education. That diploma was not just paper. That was a rebel in academic form. Then rewind to 1881 at Spelman College, where the first nursing school for Black women in Georgia opened. Black women were excluded from medical institutions, training opportunities, and professional spaces, and still managed to build systems for ourselves. Anyways, that is why HBCUs matter, because when America blocked Black people from entering institutions, we created our own. Then in 1892, John H. Murphy Sr. founded the Afro-American newspaper in Baltimore, and younger folks need to understand this. Before podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, the Black press was everything. Mainstream newspapers either ignored Black suffering completely or actively lied about it. Black newspapers documented lynching, segregation, Black achievement, police violence, community events, and political truth when nobody else would. The Black press legacy is part of why independent Black media still matters today, because corporate media still picks and chooses whose humanity deserves non-stop coverage. And history gets complicated too. In 1979, President Jimmy Carter forced the resignation of UN Ambassador Andrew Young after Young met with a representative connected to the Palestine Liberation Organization. Many Black Americans viewed it as punishment for a Black leader operating too independently on the world stage. See, that's the part they don't always teach. Black political power in America often gets celebrated only when it stays comfortable and non-threatening. The second Black leadership becomes too independent, too intentional, too outspoken, or too disruptive, suddenly the backlash arrives right on schedule. Black history is not just slavery clips and one MLK speech they replay every goddamn winter. It is medicine, journalism, education, resistance, diplomacy, innovation, institution building, and survival. And somehow, while surviving all of that, Black people still created music, fashion, slang, which you fuck up, art, food culture, sports culture, and internet culture the world copies daily without giving credit. We are not a side chapter in history. We are history. Remember that. Teach that and protect that. God dang it. That's it for your little educational moment in Black history. I might be back with something. I don't know. I forgot what I had lined up. But the next story is something deep. It's a cultural one. So I imagine you should probably look at it, huh? I think so. Anyways, hold on. Let me get up here and get it here. All right. Here we go.
Well, what's going on over there?
No time to play. The rise of Black critical thinking is in a darkening world. So we waking up, damn it. We are waking up. Here we go, damn it. Let me get down here to that. Now, this story right here is important because a lot of people are finally realizing that blindly consuming content online is dangerous as hell. This article is basically telling you that Black communities are shifting away from nonstop outrage content and starting to crave deeper information, expert insight, and actual critical thinking, especially in the middle of an economic instability, AI growth, and political chaos and misinformation campaigns. Good, because some of these timelines feel like digital crack pipes. Every day, somebody screaming, fake headlines flying, AI generated nonsense everywhere. And just to let you know, these two people in my my little chat, they know I am an actual real person. I have cammed up before. People have seen me in real life. This is not fucking AI because I stutter too damn much. Anyways, let's see here now. And people are reposting things without reading past the first line or listening to after the first line. Shit, you know how many dumbasses done came for me? Civilization cannot survive entirely on reaction memes and podcast clips. This article is talking about how bookstores like Barnes and Noble are actually expanding again. Are they opening? Because I thought they were all digital. I like books. because people want grounded information. Even TikTok has become full of people breaking down mental health, relationship, politics, healthcare, economics, and personal development in ways folks are actually paying attention to. What the hell do you think I'm doing here? But here's the key word: discernment. Because having more information available does not automatically make people informed. I go through 2 different engines to get this shit researched and done right. And I pick these stories and I think, is this good for the community? Some people watch 3 TikToks and suddenly think they're FBI agents, economists, therapists, and constitutional scholars simultaneously. Sit down. This is actually introducing something called metacognition. Basically, learning how to think about how you think, asking questions like, who benefits from this narrative? Why is this going viral? Is this emotionally manipulating me? Is this historically accurate? Is this source trustworthy? And baby, Black folks need those skills right now, because misinformation campaigns absolutely target our communities online. Algorithms push divisive content because outrage keeps people enraged. Carnegie Mellon researchers even warned about online influence campaigns manipulating conversations and public opinion. Meanwhile, Black unemployment remains high. AI threatens certain job sectors. Diversity, give me a second. Let me see. Diversity programs are under attack, and economic instability keeps hitting Black people, Black workers hard. If people cannot critically analyze policy, economics, healthcare changes, labor trends, and media narratives, communities become easier to manipulate. The article even warns about what some researchers call Black recession, where Black unemployment levels already reflect recession conditions, even while the broader economy pretends everything is stable. Y'all about to feel it, is what they're saying. And let me tell y'all something plainly. Every viral distraction is not harmless. While people are arguing over celebrity drama for 14 straight hours, I ain't got time for that shit. Somebody somewhere is redrawing voting maps, cutting healthcare programs, changing labor protections, rewriting education standards, because PragerU is a bunch of shit, or consolidating wealth. Critical thinking is survival now. Financial survival, political survival, digital survival, because AI can generate content quickly, but AI does not understand Black culture, Black pain, Black nuance, or Black historical context the way actual lived experiences does, which means people got to learn how to separate the truth from algorithm fed emotional junk food. For real, because I'm serious. Some of y'all need to start treating your brain like a luxury item instead of a public bus station where every random internet opinion gets to walk in freely. Please do, because some of that shit get on my fucking nerves. All of that damn shit about conspiracies and stuff. Please check your fucking history before you start saying that shit, because you could fuck up someone's life. But that's it for that. We are going to go ahead and move into something. I'm going to give my flowers to those who are not mothers, but, have a problem with Mother's Day. Maybe you lost a mother. Maybe you're a mother hurting, or you're an unappreciated mother. This is for you. So let me go find my little transition. I'm giving flowers. Where's my flowers thing? Where the hell is it? Okay, roses. I'll do that. Do it. Damn it. Okay, so read the room. How to support someone who finds Mother's Day triggering. Some people do. I think I just met someone. She says she doesn't celebrate it. I'm not going to say her name or anything, but I mean, it could be triggering for her as well. And I know the reason it might be, but I'm not going to say it because it's not my story. But I do want to talk about this. I'm going to slow it down now a little because this story is real for a lot of people. Mother's Day can be beautiful for some folks, but for others, this holiday feels like emotional warfare with flowers attached. Every year, social media fills up with brunches, balloons, smiling family photos, and best mom ever captions. Meanwhile, some people are grieving mothers who passed away years ago. Some are grieving grandmothers, aunties, godmothers, foster mothers, or community matriarchs who held entire families together. Others are grieving relationships they never got to have. And Black families, especially, carry complicated layers around caregiving. In our communities, motherhood often stretches beyond biology. Aunties help raise kids. Grandmothers became second parents. Church mothers guided generations. So loss hits differently and from multiple directions sometimes. We're also talking about another uncomfortable truth. Some people are grieving mothers who are still alive. Estrangement, emotional neglect, abuse, distance, silence. Sometimes people mourn the idea of motherhood more than an actual relationship. Society rarely makes space for that kind of pain because everybody expects fake smiles and Hallmark card energy on command. So this is to y'all, the people that are suffering, that have this, that can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? Let me continue. Licensed therapist Heather Collins gave advice on supporting grieving people during holidays like this. And honestly, her advice was solid because she emphasized validation instead of immediately trying to fix somebody's feelings. That's important because people love saying stuff like, be strong. At least she's in a better place. Everything happens for a reason. And sometimes grieving folks hear that and want to throw a decorative candle at somebody. I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes having a parent in your life is not that great. You probably do better without that bastard. Collins says instead of forcing positivity, ask people what they actually need. Company, space, food, quiet, a listening ear, let them decide. She also talked about dropping the be strong expectation because Black people get told to be strong so often that sometimes we don't even realize we're emotionally exhausted. I know I am. Until our body starts screaming about it through anxiety, I got it. Depression, I got it. Insomnia, I got it. Stress eating, I got it. Or shutdowns, I just got over that. And one part I really liked was the idea of open-ended invitations. Instead of assuming somebody wants to be alone, invite them gently and let them choose. Sometimes just knowing somebody remembered you matters more than that actual event itself, because loneliness during holidays can hit hard. I know it does. Especially for people already carrying trauma, loss, infertility struggles, difficult family histories, or grief nobody else sees publicly. So if today feels heavy for somebody listening, you're not weird, you are not broken, you are human. And sometimes surviving emotionally complicated holidays deserves just as much respect as those that are celebrating them. And that's real talk, because I'm never going to tell someone they can't feel a way about a Mother's Day if maybe they didn't have a good mother, or maybe they didn't even have a mother at all. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and move on into some better news. We're going to go ahead and move into this story. I don't know where to put this, so I just put it here. Why this ice cream eating crossing guard is the latest viral social media sensation. I figured he was kind of ignorant, but shit, he did something good. But let's talk about this. Now, this is the kind of story the internet needed, because sometimes social media accidentally reminds us that regular Black folks are hilarious, heroic, and chaotic all at the same damn time. And this one is, because I saw that interview. This motherfucker couldn't stop eating that damn ice cream. A stolen utility truck crashed onto the playground of an elementary school in Philadelphia after a wild chain of events involving an attempted carjacking, a stolen works truck, and reckless driving through city streets. The suspect, 18-year-old Robert Littlepage from Georgia, allegedly tried to carjack a woman first, failed, then stole a white utility truck somebody apparently left running nearby. Sir, why are y'all leaving vehicles running in 2026 like we live in Hallmark movie towns? I don't even watch them damn movies. Police say he ran a red light, slammed into another vehicle, and the truck overturned onto the playground at South Weir Mitchell Elementary School. Thankfully, the school playground was empty and no children were unalived or seriously injured, because this could have turned tragic real fast. But then enters the true star of the story. Crossing guard Jamil, I hope I'm saying that right, Ransom. Why is his last name Ransom? But this man gave, I did that wrong. That's the next story. This man gave what might be the greatest local news interview since Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife. I am talking full Philadelphia energy. He was standing there in a yellow safety vest, sunglasses, crossing guard hat tilted sideways, casually eating a vanilla ice cream cone while describing the chaos like he was narrating an action movie and waiting for SEPTA at the same time. Ransom explained how he saw the truck run the light and hit a woman's car. Then he immediately jumped into action, pulled the child from one of the crashed vehicles, saying, I grabbed the kid out of his truck, because he was stuck, frantic, pulled him out, hero behavior. But the way he told the story, absolutely legendary. At one point, this man was talking about bobbing and weaving while calmly licking an ice cream like the city of Philadelphia itself possessed him temporarily. Social media lost it. Millions of views, folks saying it felt like a skit. Others saying give him a TV show immediately. Shit, I'd watch. But underneath the humor, this story really matters because everyday heroes rarely look like movie heroes. Sometimes heroes are crossing guards in sunglasses with Dairy Queen and Mert energy who just instinctively do the right thing. And can we also discuss how Black humor works during crisis? Black people will survive trauma, near-death experiences, economic collapse, political nonsense, and somehow still find a way to crack jokes while helping people survive. That resilience deserves academic study at this point. Also, shout out to Philly and specifically because Philadelphia interviews are basically their own cinematic universe now. Every local news clip feels like somebody hit randomized character in Grand Theft Auto and accidentally created poetry. Little Page was arrested and faces charges including attempted carjacking and aggravated assault. Meanwhile, Jamil Ransom unintentionally became the people's champion with an ice cream cone and good reflexes. Honestly, give that man a Mr. Softy for life, because that's what it looks like. It looks like a soft serve shit. That looks like some good ice cream. I got frozen yogurt because the thing. But now we're gonna move on. We're gonna get some good news. Talk about some Black history being made. So check this out. So Dynasty Spurlock just made NASCAR history. Black women are finally getting their moment on the track. This is some shit I'm very surprised because I wouldn't do it. I really wouldn't. Now, this is Black excellence with horsepower. Dynasty Spurlock officially became the first Black woman to compete in NASCAR National Series, making her NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series debut at Watkins Glen International. That's a lot to talk about. He really had swag with his humanitarian efforts. Yeah, he did. And listen, for a lot of Black racing fans and Black women especially, this moment hit way bigger than just another race weekend. Because let's be honest, when most people picture NASCAR, they don't immediately picture Black women in pink racing suits. I want to see that pink racing suit. Speeding around tracks at 180 miles per hour. I'd have fainted. But that's exactly why this matters. I need to see that suit. Spurlock didn't just randomly pop up either. Before stock cars, she was already making noise as a motorcycle drag racer starting at age 17. She was committed. She competed in the NHR, a pro stock motorcycle racing, another field where Black women are particularly non-existent. And in 2024, she set a real street bike world record with a 7.32 second run at 178 miles per hour. Baby, that's teleportation with sponsor logos. I'd have pissed myself. She also became the first woman to win the DME Racing Real Street class in the XDA series, meaning this woman is not some symbolic diversity mascot wheeled out for brochures and corporate photo ops. She can drive. I still don't want her driving my car. I still don't. Earlier this year, she pulled off a dramatic last race save in ARCA competition. I ain't never heard of none of this shit. That started circulating online because folks realized quickly she's really out here competing, not participating for applause. And honestly, representation in motorsports matters because racing culture has always had black influence, even when the sport itself excluded black people institutionally. Street racing culture, custom car culture, motorcycle scenes, engineering, talent, pit crews, HBCU partnership. Black folks been connected to speed culture since been. The difference now is visibility. This also highlights how her visibility extends beyond racing itself. She's entrepreneurial. She models. She's a unique look. She understands branding. She's developing a docu-series called Driven by Dynasty, The Road to NASCAR. She understands modern visibility and storytelling in a way older sports systems sometimes struggle with. Oh, good. Yes, she's a fearless woman because I am a very fearful woman. I would not be in that damn car with her. I'd have shitted myself and passed out and pissed while all of that, all at the same time. She and we can we talk about how little black girls are seeing this changing things, okay? Somewhere there's a kid who never imagined herself in a racing culture suddenly realizing she can exist in those spaces too. That matters. This also gives respect to women like Tia Norfleet and Brianna Daniels, who helped break barriers earlier, because black women entering NASCAR didn't happen magically. People fought through racism, fund barriers, sports sponsorship issues, licensing hurdles, and exclusionary systems to even get there. Okay, so someone pushed her up there. And let's keep it real. Motorsports is expensive. Racing is one of those sports where talent alone isn't enough. You need equipment, sponsorship, travel, engineering, sport support, and institutional access. So every barrier breaking black driver represents a fight against multiple systems simultaneously. Meanwhile, somewhere online, there's still somebody shocked black people like racing. I am. Black folks invented half the cool in the American culture. Of course, we like fast cars. I like them. I just don't like driving that damn fast because people can't drive. Now, excuse me while I wait for Hollywood to inevitably make a movie about this in 8 years, starring somebody who suddenly discovers grit after one training montage. I'm just saying. Now, here goes some real good news. This is real good. I was so happy to hear about this. I got to play that good news all over again because it's amazing, this story right here. You might just jump up a cheer. Check this out. I hope it works. Oh, it's not going to work. Is it going to work? Let me see. Off. It's not going to work. So anyways, let me move on to it then. Y'all need to see this shit. We're almost done, by the way. All 135 students in a majority black senior class were accepted into college. That's a flex. That's a flex. That's all I got to say. It's a flex. Is it not a flex? I think it's a flex. Okay. I really like it. I'm just like, yes, this is wonderful. All right, so now this is the kind of news I want blasted everywhere instead of endless celebrity nonsense. Every single graduating student at Southland College Prep Charter High School in Illinois has been accepted into college. All 135 students. And this marks the 13th straight year the school achieved 100% college acceptance. Let me repeat that louder for the people who still think black excellence is rare. 135 seniors, 1,300 college acceptances, $54 million in scholarship, and the school is 88% black. Let me just say that again. 88% black. I love the number 8 anyways. See, this is why narratives matter, because too often black students only make national headlines when tragedy happens. Meanwhile, stories like this don't get nearly the same energy. Even though they completely destroy stereotypes people love pushing about black education and achievement. Several students earned full rides to school, like Washington University and California Polytechnic State University. National Honor Society President Terrell Chambers received a full scholarship and talked about how relieved he felt knowing he could pursue business school without even being crushed by debt. And that's emotional relief matters because too many young Black students grow up hearing college dreams alongside financial panic simultaneously. Follow your dreams, but also don't drown in loans. That's stressful as hell. Valedictorian Leilani Barnes plans to study kinesiology, the study of movement, damn it, and dance at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, while salutatorian Lauren Rounds is heading to Northwestern for political science and public health. These kids are out here building futures. But what I love most was the school director saying success is not just about elite schools. It's about making sure every student leaves with a path that fits them. That's important because America sometimes treats college admission like the Hunger Games mixed with LinkedIn. The school also dominated in arts and extracurriculars too. Their film club won a state championship. The choir earned gold recognition in New York. New York City. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing but proud for them. That's what I'm saying. The marching band performed in the National Cherry Blossom Festival parade in D.C. So basically, these students are smart, talented, artistic, disciplined, and funded. Meanwhile, somewhere a racist on Facebook still typing DEI lower standards from a profile picture taken inside a pickup truck with Oakleys and unpaid taxes. And let's be honest, this success did not happen magically. This is teachers, parents, mentors, administrators, community support, discipline, sacrifice, tutoring, transportation, late nights, and students grinding through systems that statistically often expected less from them. Black students continue succeeding despite underfunded schools and social barriers, economic inequality, and nonstop negative messaging. Meanwhile, imagine what would happen if this country actually invested in Black education consistently instead of only showing up for photo ops and during election years. That part. Oh, by the way, we're moving back to Wednesday at 7 because my schedule, I have Wednesday and the weekend off. So yeah, yes, we do. We need more of this and we need a community. So once again, we're moving back to Wednesday. Sorry for the confusion. It's really fucked up, but we're moving back to Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I already did the thing. So if you watch one of the clips, that's where it says you will catch us. Let me bring this down because this is time for business news. More, and it's actually more positive news. So you already know we're wrapping up. So check this story out. Let me move that so you can see. Here's how a Black woman engineer turned a childhood double dutch dream into a real invention. I was never good at jumping double dutch, but I could swing it. Now, this right here made my inner Black child smile immediately. Tahira Reed Smith, a Penn State engineering professor, unveiled what's believed to be the world's first automated double dutch machine called Jump Dreams. And honestly, the fact that a Black woman engineer turned a childhood dream into a real invention feels beautiful as hell. The machine debuted during Philly Girls Double Dutch Day celebration in Philadelphia, and baby, the nostalgia hit hard. Because if you grew up Black, especially in urban neighborhoods, double dutch was not a game. Yes, Wednesday. I'm so sick of moving it, but I'm so sorry. I got a job and I go with the money. Double dutch was not just a game. That was rhythm training, cardio, competition, community, choreography, social network, and you would get your ass dragged if you played in their face and wasted their times. I used to throw, but I couldn't jump. Before Wi-Fi, some of y'all learned timing, confidence, and conflict resolution between two spinning ropes and a group argument over whose turn got skipped. I just wanted to throw. I did not want a goddamn jump because my ass, I was happy with single with that one and turning and twisting with that. Dr. Reed Smith said that she first imagined the machine when she was 8 years old. Good year. Growing up in Bronx as an only child who loved to jump rope, she literally sketched out the concept decades ago and finally brought that to life. That is Black innovation. We'll make it happen, won't we? We do what we do. And I love this story because America often imagines inventors looking like Silicon Valley billionaires wearing hoodies while saying the word disruptive or every 4 minutes. Pisses me off too. Which honestly makes sense because let me see where I missed something. Yeah. Meanwhile, Black women out here engineering joy, culture, movement, and community-centered technology. The machine itself uses mechanized arms controlled through an app to swing the ropes while people jump in the center. Folks line up to try it, though some said it felt different because unlike human turners, the machine cannot instinctively adjust rhythm. Yeah, that is true. Sometimes you had to swing. Somebody be like, I like my swing fast. Some people be like, I like my swing slow. You know what I'm saying? I might scroll, but oh, okay, it's cool. I understand. Let's see here now. The machine itself uses mechanized arms. I said that, but let's see here now. Which honestly makes sense because aunties at cookouts got rope timing algorithms modern science still can't fully replicate. I'm telling you. But Dr. Reed Smith says that this is only the beginning. Future versions will better support beginners and different skill levels. She hopes to officially launch updated versions through her company in 2027. And can we please talk about how important preserving cultural play traditions is? Because Black's childhood traditions matter. Hand games, double dutch, stepping, spades, dancing circles, all of that builds social connection and cultural memory. This also points out that double dutch remains deeply woven in Black culture through chants, tournaments, viral clips, and neighborhood traditions passed across generations. This invention is not just tech, it's preservation. And honestly, somewhere right now, a Black engineer just got inspired seeing another Black woman create something rooted in our culture instead of chasing validation from systems that rarely value us anyways. It's powerful. That's what it is. It's powerful. So we're going to keep moving. Let's see what's the next story. I believe we're going to go ahead and yep, there it is. We're almost over, folks. We're moving into the celebrity news. I'm going to do my commercial, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and promote this company. It is Black owned. It is woman owned. If you like your lips popping and you also like CBD, check out CBD Honey Lips. Here's her commercial. You can find her on Twitch, Instagram, and Threads. All right, hopefully my commercial works. Hold on.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, so Usher to give back via new internship ahead of massive Chris Brown stadium tour. And if Chris Brown can keep his mouth shut, this might actually succeed. Now, this is the kind of celebrity initiative I can respect because it's focused on actual career access instead of just posting inspirational quotes over piano music. I don't need that. Usher teamed up with the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Detroit through his nonprofit Usher's New Look to launch a new entertainment industry internship program connected to his upcoming tour with Chris Brown. Please don't touch the kids. And before anybody starts, yes, I know Chris Brown always triggers online debates every time his name appears in Oxygen. Stay focused. The program actually is matters. It actually matters, okay? The initiative is called Entertainment Industry Club. Please don't let it be something so y'all can touch kids. Don't touch the kids. Please don't touch the kids. Live, okay, so club, live touring edition, and is designed to train young adults in touring careers like production, wardrobe, operations, and behind the scenes entertainment work. See, that is important because too many people think entertainment only means becoming famous. But touring itself is a multi-billion-dollar industry filled with jobs most people never heard of. About like lighting crews, logistics, managers, sound engineers, stage designers, wardrobe teams, production assistants, transport coordinators, camera operators, and more. The program will select 10 interns from Detroit and Atlanta, ages 18 and older. They'll receive hands-on experience. Please don't put your hands on them. Before the R&B Raymond and Brown tour officially launches June 26th. Usher said something I actually agree with completely. Talent is everywhere, but access is not. Facts. Because a lot of black kids are talented, but they never get proximity to industry, mentors, funding, or opportunity. Sometimes the difference between success and struggle is literally exposure. That's why programs like this matter more than another celebrity tequila line or random luxury sneaker collabs nobody asked for. Excellent work for Usher to keep back. Yes, just don't touch the kids. All right, and let's keep it real. Nepotism runs Hollywood like a family reunion with NDAs. A lot of these industries are built on who you know. So creating structured pipelines for regular young people actually matters. Also, shout out to Usher specifically because unlike some celebrities who suddenly remember the community right before album sales drops, he's consistently done youth-focused work for years through Usher's new look. That consistency matters because mentorship, internship, apprenticeship, and trade-based learning opportunities can literally change the trajectory of somebody's entire family line. Some of these young interns might end up building careers behind the scenes, making more stable money than half the influencers yelling into ring lights and online today. And that's real tea. And that's needed because I'm sick of these goddamn people. All right, now, if you've heard about the damn Rihanna Tyla shit, I don't know what to tell you. This shit right here is ignorant. Look at this. Everybody has it wrong about Rihanna's Met Gala, where here's what actually went down. First of all, nobody is entitled to give you any attention at all. If you get attention from your family, you're just that lucky. Just telling you. Now, y'all, the internet cannot survive 5 minutes without inventing fake beef between successful black women. If two famous black women blink near each other incorrectly, social media immediately turns into CSI petty unit. So this latest nonsense involved Rihanna and Tyla after the Met Gala. People took absolutely nothing and turned it into a full conspiracy board with yarn and screenshots. The whole drama started because Tyla posted a TikTok explaining an awkward moment involving Rihanna. She talked about a previous encounter where Rihanna excused herself because my baby daddy's calling, which left Tyla feeling awkward afterward about approaching her again. So later, why would that make you? I don't understand that. You being too sensitive. So later at the Met Gala, both women ended up waiting for cars. Tyla got nervous, didn't approach Rihanna, and kept things calm. That's it. That is the entire story. But baby, social media detectives immediately transformed it into Rihanna hates Tyla. Rihanna threatened. I don't think she even cares about music anymore. Shit. Jealous of what exactly? Rihanna is a billionaire mother of 3 with makeup money, lingerie money, music money, and I can't disappear for 4 years and still dominate headlines money. Be real, she can disappear because still people asking for her. When the hell is the album coming out, please? People keep asking that shit. The article also points out that there was literally video footage showing Rihanna never looking in Tyla's direction while waiting for her ride. No argument, no side-eye, no confrontation. Rihanna was busy laughing, smoking, joking with her people, and living her best life. I survived fame and still got edges life, okay? And I think social media has become addicted to female rivalry narratives because people cannot process multiple Black women succeeding simultaneously without demanding Hunger Games battles for no fucking reason. Also, Rihanna just dealt with terrifying personal stress recently involving the crazy lady at her house. She's raising children, running businesses, managing global fame. Hey, can you give me a job? I don't want your money. Can you give me a job? I'm doing cybersecurity, Rihanna. Help me out. And existing as one of the most photographed women on earth. She probably barely had time to think about appetizers at Met Gala. I have never seen food over there, let alone secretly plotting against Tyla. Meanwhile, Tyla herself did not even frame the interaction negatively. She simply explained why she felt hesitant approaching Rihanna again after the awkward moment. That's human. Everyone has replayed an awkward moment, social moment in their head before. So some of y'all still thinking about conversations from 2017 while showering. That's a damn truth, because I think I'm still thinking about some from the 19s. And we also got to stop pretending celebrities owe strangers perfect emotional energy 24/7. I'm not famous and I have days, so shit. Sometimes people are distracted, busy, tired, parenting, managing anxiety, trying not to fart in couture outfits. We do not know. This article is basically ends by telling fans they're doing too much. That's accurate. Some folks online treat celebrity interactions like international diplomacy negotiations. Let these women breathe. Let Tyla rise. Let Rihanna enjoy being in peace. And somebody please unplug the internet whenever Black women become successful, because y'all start hallucinating beef immediately. And I can't even fuck with beef right now. I was trying to get a This next story is a little weird, but I'm gonna share it real quick so we can hurry up and get up out of here. Victoria Monet gets candid about dating women and why she says they're worse than men. If you ask me, everybody's fucking crazy. I've dated both and everybody's fucking crazy. Now, this conversation had the internet talking because Victoria Monet got real honest about dating a bisexual woman. And apparently the girls gave her emotional damage too. Victoria appeared on Angie Martinez's IRL podcast and admitted that dating women has actually been a little bit worse for her than dating men. Baby, that comment section immediately became group therapy with chaos. She explained that women often approach her in a sensual or sexual way, but not seriously relationship-wise. Basically, she felt desired physically, but not necessarily valued emotionally or pursued the long-term intentions. A lot of people related to that, regardless of gender, because modern dating in general feels like everybody's emotionally exhausted, commitment phobic, or over therapized, underhealed, and community exclusive through trauma memes. Victoria said the girls did me dirty, which immediately became one of the funniest and saddest sentences simultaneously, because some women in the comment were like, see, now you understand. Meanwhile, others said dating women is absolutely not for the weak emotionally. I promise you it's not. I leave everybody alone. That's why I'm an A in that damn mafia. I'm asexual. I don't want to deal with nobody no more. And I've been like that since I was 27. I am 45. You do the math. She also shared that she's looking for someone with opposite energy from herself, since she already feels very feminine. That could mean a masculine man or a more masculine woman. Studs. She's looking at you. Something she says she hasn't really explored yet, because most women she dated were more femme presenting. Well, that's your fault. You need to get into if you're going to go in that damn pool, you need to figure out all of these people. And let me say this carefully, because some people get weird. Sexuality conversations are nuanced. Dating dynamics among women are not automatically easier or softer or healthier, nor are they magically more evolved simply because men aren't involved, because that mindset is still there. Human beings in general can be complicated as hell. That's why I leave everybody the hell alone. Stay the hell away from me. Y'all motherfuckers drive me crazy. The comments online reflected that too. Some people said dating women required emotional maturity on another level. Others joked we're living through an integrity famine, which honestly might be more accurate description of modern day culture I've heard all year. Victoria also mentioned thinking about future children and considering what kind of partner she sees herself building with long term, which makes sense because once people hit a certain stage in their life, dating shifts from who's cute to could I survive a mortgage, parenting, stress, and flu season with this person? Entirely different evolution process. Why should they go so hard on her? Because she's famous. That's why. Anybody that's famous, your humanity is automatically stripped from you. People think you're a fucking super person for some reason. I really don't give a shit. And she said that also reminds people she split from her longtime partner John Gaines back in 2024 after years together, and they share a daughter. They had actually been separated for months before announcing the breakup publicly. And I respect Victoria for her being candid because celebrities usually either overshare in spiritually concerning ways or say absolutely nothing meaningful at all. She managed to sound human. Also, can we collectively admit dating apps have turned romance into LinkedIn with thirst traps? Everybody branding themselves like startups, emotionally available, dog lover into hiking, looking for my person. Meanwhile, half the population still healing from somebody named Jalen or Destiny. I know those people, but I'm not fucking with them. Prayers to everyone outside trying to find love in 2026 because, baby, the streets sound exhausted. They really do. And speaking of exhaustion, here go Neo. This motherfucker here. There's deals I missed out on. Neo says he's lost business over polyamorous relationships. I knew somebody who asked his girlfriend for an open relationship. That shit did not last long. Not at all. We are almost through. We got like one more celebrity story. And basically 3 more stories and we're done. Now listen, every few months, Neo pops back up, reminding the world that he is very committed to his polyamorous lifestyle and does not care if people clutch their pearls about it. I guess he can do it. If you got money to do that and stamina and people understanding, go for it. I don't understand shit. Meanwhile, Neo revealed on the Sorry We're Cyrus podcast, another damn podcast, that his public relationship with 3 women has apparently cost his business opportunities. Some companies do not want to attach themselves to the whole polyamorous image. Sir, what exactly did you think corporate America was going to do when you introduced your girlfriends? You are not Hugh Hefner, asshole. Like a Grammy-sponsored spinoff of Sister Wives R&B edition. Neo says people are canceling him over his lifestyle choices, even though he feels he's respectful, honest, and transparent about his relationships. He argued that instead of cheating, it's still shit. The shit's still nasty. Or sneaking around like in past relationships, he decided to openly embrace non-monogamy with consent from everybody involved. Watch somebody get feeling away. I promise you, somebody gonna feel away. Now, to be factual, all parties involved appear to be consenting adults. Nobody's alleging abuse or coercion in this article. So adults absolutely have the right to structure relationships however they want. But people also have the right to side-eye it publicly because this man really be posting Mother's Day tributes looking like a limited edition Valentine's Day Power Ranger lineup. Then don't complain, Neo. Exactly. Neo is currently involved with 3 women, Ariel, Christina, and Phoenix Feather. Oh, God, Phoenix Feather. And they even maintain a dedicated social media page for the relationship called Loving Information. That's nasty. Which honestly sounds like a Wi-Fi password and a Hallmark car collided. The group reportedly celebrated nearly 3 years together, and Neo insists the good outweighs the criticism. He says they're happy, growing together. They're trying to lead with love despite online backlash. This whole journey came after his divorce from Crystal Renee in 2023, following accusations that he fathered a child with another woman during their marriage. So according to Neo, this lifestyle is his attempt to stop lying or sneaking or betraying partners the old-fashioned way. How about you grow up? How about that? And listen, I'll say this carefully. Some people genuinely believe Ethical non-monogamy works for them. Fine. But others use poly like emotional Uber Eats, collecting people instead of building accountability. You nasty motherfuckers. It's not for me. The internet reactions were hilarious, though, because some folks basically said, sir, if y'all happy, cool. While others responded, absolutely the hell not. And both reactions make sense because it ain't my damn relationship. That's for damn sure. I ain't got to worry about his ass coming home. Also, can we acknowledge the real issue here? Celebrity culture has completely normalized treating relationships like rotating subscription packages. 1 minute, everybody's soulmates. Next minute, there's a podcast, a statement, a healing journey, and somebody posting cryptic moon quotes from Bali. At least Neo is being honest out loud instead of pretending he's monogamous while moving like a community college orientation week behind the scenes. That part. And now finally, our last story. I probably should have kicked that one out. That didn't matter. Shit. Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Dre returned to alma mater in Compton for a new high school groundbreaking ceremony. Love to see it. We're almost done. Now, this is how you give back to the community without making it feel like a tax write-off photo op. They were fine with polyamory. They just didn't like thinking of his creepy little self with a bunch of women. I guess he is creepy, though. That's true. So Kendrick Lamar and Dr. Dre returned to their alma mater, Centennial High School in Compton, for a groundbreaking ceremony celebrating a brand new school building project. There's something powerful about seeing two global rap icons come back to the exact environment that shaped them instead of pretending they magically appeared famous from another dimension. The new facility is expected to serve over 1,000 students and reportedly should be completed by 2029. Officials say their building will bring updated classrooms and educational resources for future generations in Compton. Now, Dr. Dre, whose real name is Andre Young, joked that he attended the school sometimes, which honestly may be the most honest former student answer ever given. But then he got serious, talking about the importance of giving back to Compton and honoring the city that shaped him. He said, "Today isn't just about new buildings, it's about a new promise kept to the city that made me." That right there matters, because too many successful people escape communities and never look back unless a documentary crew follows them home for nostalgia footage. Dre and Kendrick continuing to invest in attention and visibility back into Compton matters symbolically and practically. And let's keep it real, Compton has been used as a cultural reference point for decades, while often still dealing with underfunded schools, stereotypes, systemic neglect. America loves consuming Black culture while underinvesting in Black communities that created. That even also included figures like will.i.am, Congresswoman Maxine Waters. School officials framed the groundbreaking as educational investment and recognition of Compton's cultural impact globally. Centennial High School already carries a legacy of athletes, entertainers, leaders, but modernized educational spaces can change opportunity for kids coming up right now. And shout out to Kendrick, because this man somehow maintains an aura like he communicates exclusively through Pulitzer Prize energy and mysterious eye contact. He reportedly didn't speak much publicly at the event, but his presence alone drew major attention. Of course he did. He just called out a goddamn poser. And can we discuss how healing it is seeing Black success stories tied back to education instead of luxury purchases? I really don't care about all your cars. Nothing against nice cars and mansions, but seeing investment in schools hits different, because the next Kendrick or Dre might be sitting in those classrooms right now needing resources, support, mentorship, and somebody to believe their environment does not define their limits. That's bigger than, all right, girl, take care. I'll see you Wednesday. I'm almost done. I got like 2 stories left. Yeah. Let's go into health now. I'm going to bring this down and we're going to talk about health real quick because we need to get that done. And then we're going to need to go to bed because I need to go ahead and steam and take a shower and do my hair. Let me get out of that. What is that? Okay, there we go. Sorry. So, should we be worried about hantavirus? Here's what Black health experts are saying. Now, y'all know after COVID, people hear about mystery virus and immediately start thinking, start mentally preparing canned beans and hand sanitizer like it's the apocalypse. So public anxiety exploded after hantavirus was linked to an outbreak aboard the MV Honduras cruise ship traveling from Argentina toward West Africa. At least 3 people reportedly died. Over 100 passengers are monitored, and health officials identified 8 known cases tied to the outbreak. 1 person is over in Texas. Real talk, in Texas. But and the internet instantly did what the internet does best: panic loudly with absolutely no medical degree whatsoever. But infectious disease experts are saying people need to pay attention without spiraling into doomsday hysteria. Scientists explained that the hantavirus is serious. Some strains have mortality rates between 30 to 40%, and there's currently no vaccine or specific antiviral treatment. The strain connected to this outbreak, the Andes variant, can sometimes spread to person through close prolonged contact. Now, experts and the World Health Organization continue stressing the overall public risk remains low. Why? Because hantavirus spreads very differently than COVID. Most hantavirus infections come from contact with rodents, rodent droppings, or contaminated environments, not random casual public interaction. And when the Andes strain requires much more closer exposure than something airborne like COVID did. Dr. Jean Caudle specifically addressed the growing fear online, saying the public basically has pandemic PTSD now, which honestly is true. Some people hear virus and immediately start checking toilet paper inventory like it's 2020. I just bought some toilet paper. It also warns about misinformation spreading online, claiming zinc, vitamin D, or ivermectin can treat hantavirus. Experts say no. Stop getting medical advice from random TikTok prophets wearing glasses in truck videos. There's currently no proven antiviral cure. Treatment mainly involves supportive medical care, helping patients breathe and stabilize while their bodies fight the infection. There was an outbreak of novavirus on another cruise trip. Oh, Lord, have mercy. One of the most important points in this story is the reminder to verify experts, because social media now got everybody cosplaying as epidemiologists after reading 2 Facebook posts and watching 1 YouTube conspiracy video at 2 a.m. What's recommended is checking whether medical experts actually have institutional affiliations, verified medical credentials, research backgrounds, or organized expertise before believing them, which should be common sense. But apparently common sense has been on vacation since 2016. That's when I fucking left the damn States because of that dumbass winning the first time. Now, again, no experts are not saying that this is the next COVID, but they are saying public health awareness matters. Misinformation spreads dangerously fast, and people should stay informed using credible sources instead of panic content creators. Farming for engagement. After everything society has survived for the last few years, I think everybody collectively deserves 1 decade without surprise virus updates. Just 1, please. All right, so that's it for that. The medical, we're down to our last story, and it's, you know what it is. It's a palate cleanser. So before I do that, I'm going to do my commercial one last time. As always, if you like what I'm doing, cool. If you don't like what I'm doing, hey, you got some recommendations, but don't come down there disrespectful. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be right back. Here go my commercial.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little tay, that's my hype girl, that's my mascot. Little ones go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
Honestly, I didn't have any clue that it would be this long. I thought I'd be done early, but there's a lot of information I had to give y'all. So, venomous cottonmouth snake approaches front door of Florida home. See, it's plagues. I can't stand you, Florida. All the good people need to get off that bitch and cut that bitch off. Now, this is exactly why I could never casually live in Florida, because apparently in Florida, opening your front door means potentially entering a bonus level of Jumanji. Animal control officers and Daytona Beach police responded after a homeowner discovered highly venomous Florida cottonmouth snake curled near their front door. Oh, Lord. And when I say venomous, I mean absolutely not levels of venomous, okay? Video reportedly showed officers using snake hooks to gently lift the snake and place it into a bucket for transport, which, first of all, shout out to them, because my contribution would have been screaming from inside the house while updating my will. It would have been. I'd have been screaming like a little girl. I would have bust some dog's eardrums, okay? Now, for folks unfamiliar, cottonmouths, also called water moccasins, if that gets you up, are one of the South's most notorious venomous snakes. Thick-bodied, aggressive when threatened, and carrying the kind of energy that makes you reconsider every nature documentary you ever watched comfortably from your couch. Florida really feels like Earth after somebody pressed random wildlife encounters. In the settings menu, alligators in the pools, iguanas falling from trees, pythons swallowing ecosystems, snakes at the front door. Somewhere in Florida, a raccoon is probably paying rent and arguing about a HOA violation right now. This story is bundled up with other weird headlines too, because apparently the universe was feeling extra chaotic this week. For some reason, a man balanced a skateboard on his chin for over an hour in Idaho. That's stupid. I definitely would have freaked out. Girl, I'd have picked up every fluid in my body would have just came out. A woman won $200,000 from her first scratch ticket. Oh my God, you're so lucky. A skunk got rescued from a cup. He'd have been still in that damn cup. A Mexican circus performer lifted over 160 pounds with her hair. You got very strong neck muscles, ma'am. A runaway capybara continues evading capture in Britain. I call that surveillance. These animals, I'm telling you. The news cycle nowadays feels like humanity collectively stopped taking regular vitamins. And with that, that's the end for tonight. I'm sorry that it ran so long. I don't know what happened. I was trying to figure out what was the best story, what wasn't the story. I kind of could have left out that damn other one. But next Sunday, I have a fashion show for y'all, okay, from the Met Gala. It took too long for this one. So with that in mind, I just want to say thank you so much for coming. Please ignore my Iraq. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all on Wednesday, my day off, because I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Thank y'all, and I love you. Good night.
I can't say, no, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't on my soul. On the road, I can't say, no, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't home with my soul. On the road.